See if we can go ahead and get this all squared away. Man, my setup's kind of weird. Anyways, welcome back to On the Edge with Martae Rayless. We are going to go over this crazy black panel. Is there like a delay? I think there's kind of a delay. Let's go ahead and see if we can kind of fix this a little bit. How you guys doing today? So we're going to join AJ's panel. AJ rants and reactions about this whole thing. I have a lot of input, especially when it comes to race relations and blacks. Here's one thing. I don't think that there's much people on the right or many people on the right as far as either me or Myron Gaines pushing back against the black nonsense when it comes to these liberal blacks. They outnumber us. It's either me or Myron. We're the only people that can fight against this. What's funny is, though, I'm going to touch on this just for a second before I join the stream. I have people on my own side that are fighting me, which is really weird. You're fighting the only person that can go into these spaces and fight this without being called a schnazi or mustache man or white supremacist or a racist or any of that stuff. I can go in here and fight these people on their own turf. Yet this doesn't make any sense to fight me, who's on your side, who is the only person that can go into these black spaces and fight them when it comes to their dumb ideology and these rants that they have. That is why me and Myron Gaines are on this side, because a lot of their, there's a lot of heavy contention between me and Fatty. There's a lot of heavy contention with Myron and everybody else when it comes to this. I think the black population in the United States is defunct right now. When we talk about black culture, I think the black culture should go away, to be honest with you. I'm a patriot first, but of course, I'm a black American. I have an identity, right? So when I have people on my own side that want to be combative towards me and say, Martae, I'm just going to fight him. I don't like him. Just understand, though, that I'm fighting against these black supremacists that you can't fight against, because the moment you go into their arenas, you're going to be called a racist. You're going to be called the person that does the salute, whatever. You're going to be called all that, and it's not going to work out for you, because as soon as you enter these arenas, they're going to label you. And all you're going to do is bitch and moan, and whatever you're going to do isn't going to work because you're automatically outed as a so-called racist. But I do this. What are they going to do? Call me a racist? Oh, so you admit that blacks can be racist. Good. I'm glad you conceded that. I can give them, because I can make them concede on something you can't do. So when my own side fights me and says, we're going to go ahead and battle Martae for a concept that I made up, that I use it as a tool in debates, and you're going to fight me, just understand, though, you're also fighting me along with the panelverse and everybody else that wants to fight me. Meanwhile, I've got my I've got my face focused on bigger issues like race relations, Israel right now, the Iran conflict, while you guys want to have infighting skirmishes on our side, really small stuff, right? Meanwhile, I'm pushing against bigger issues. You guys can fight me all you want to. I don't care. I already have the panelverse, a bunch of enemies, liberals fighting me, feminists fighting me, and all this. You guys can have this mantra of the enemy is my friend. I don't subscribe to that. My enemy will never be my friend. That's what I subscribe to, is I'm not friends with enemies. What I want to do is keep focusing on the panel, right? Me and Fatty are going to have a run-in. It's going to happen. So here's the problem that I have with him. Black people are killing white people in mass. In the UK, Arabic people, black people, all these other things. We have a black immigrant problem, a black African immigrant problem in the UK. We have an Arab immigrant problem in the UK. We have this in Ireland. Right now, in New York, we have Muslim police patrols. Yes, I'm going to put out a clip about this. Muslim police patrols, almost damn near cosplaying as cops. So we're warping American tradition and culture. These are things I want to fight. While people are stuck on a concept called a pill that I made, I'm literally looking at real world bigger issues while you're playing in the playhouse over here. Well, we have these little things. That's just felt rhetoric. I'm focused on race relations, the issues, the United States, being a patriot first. While they'll say that racial identity is one thing, which one do I take first? Well, I'm an American first before anything else. I do believe that remigration should happen. If you don't belong here in the United States, we should ship your ass out of here, to be honest, because you come here, you get healthcare, food, medical, all this other stuff. And we're going ahead and supporting all that as American men. It's just crazy, man. I will never subscribe to the enemy of the enemy is my friend. It's crazy. Hey, what's up, Mescaline Dreamer? Yes, yes. Whenever I hear enemy of the enemy is my friend, is always cope to me. Yes, it's always cope. I will never look at the enemy as my friend because they're against somebody who I'm infighting. That is crazy. It doesn't matter if I'm black, Hispanic, Asian, white, or any of that stuff. Anytime you're banging a guy, I don't trust you. Do with that what you will. Just do with that what you will. What if they are Christians? That is delving into a deeper topic. If, let's say, they're Christians and they're illegal, all across the board, if you're Christian, you should know how to do things accordingly, because even heaven has a boundary, a barrier, a border. Like, oh, what if they're Christian? Should they get into heaven? Yeah, but that's for them to decide upon their laws and jurisdiction whether or not somebody gets into heaven, right? Whether or not you pass this test, whatever that is, right? Whether or not you're virtuous enough, whatever. I can't assume to know what the entrance exam per se is for heaven. I cannot make that claim at all, right? But when it comes to countries, the Bible says to respect borders and all this. If you're truly a Christian, you will go ahead and do things the proper way. So yeah. What does Jesus say to do with the strangers? Well, one thing that biblically we have to do is respect our government. Give unto Caesar what belongs to Caesar, right? That's one thing it says. We're not talking about strangers or any of that stuff. We're talking about people who are civilians and people who aren't, right? We have to look at things as like we have laws for a certain reason. If we don't respect these laws, we're no better than the animals. That's how it functions. Anyways, we have a hell of a podcast to get into. I'm going to jump on AJ's panel. Let's go ahead and get you guys set up so we can, I'm saying get you guys set up, get myself set up so we can go ahead and join. Now I'm
hit 40K subs, guys. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Martae, what's up, dude? Good to see you, man. Good to see you.
How's it going, man? Can you hear me? How's
good,
my volume?
Good. I don't have a sound effect for you, Martae.
I think we should work on inventing that.
At some point, I'll get you one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, well, but yeah, man. Yeah. We're talking about this this kind of update that's going on where Carmelo's lawyer said that he really wasn't in any mortal danger. Carmelo wasn't. And then also, here's a picture of the knife that this nug used on Austin Metcalf. You see this? Look at that.
Oh, wow.
And it was a multi-tool. A multi-tool? Come on.
Yeah. Went straight in the heart. In the heart.
That. Now, here's the thing. Martae, let's go over the case really fast. Let's break it down. A couple things here, right? Yeah. Number one, Austin Metcalf, he's a twin.
Yeah.
So his twin brother. Now, I'm a twin, guys. If someone deleted my twin brother, I would dedicate the rest of my life to removing that person from this earth. So that Austin Metcalf's brother, the restraint that he showed, I gotta give him. I think his name is Hunter. You know what I'm saying? Hunter. That he showed, and even the family said that they forgive Carmelo. Now I wouldn't, obviously, but let's just break this down, Martae. Let's see if I missed anything. There's a track meet, right? There's a rain delay. Each team has a tent. Carmelo, who got in trouble, he went to the other team's tent and sat down. Strike one. Then they tell him to leave 15 times. He won't leave. Strike two. He'd gotten in trouble for bringing a knife to school already. What are we on? Strike four. Then he's sitting there with his hand in the bag saying, touch me, see what happens. What, son? What? So he was escalating the situation. You know what I mean? Then Austin Metcalf comes, maybe gives him a shove. He pulls out the knife, pops him in the chest. Now, here's the thing. Even if you can say that Austin Metcalf assaulted him, the corresponding force, right? The force response was not correct, and it can show intent because he had his hand in his bag. People don't understand, and this is the one thing that I can say that I appreciate about Myron Gaines, was he was trying to explain this to a whole bunch of morons, obviously. Guys, use of force is considered all the time. Martae and I are both grown men. We can box it out, right? You know what I'm saying? But if Martae is walking down the street and freaking, someone the Undertaker size, who's 6'12" or whatever, 7'2", if Shaq comes at me, if Shaq comes at Martae, we could argue saying, look, maybe it was justified to use a force multiplier because he's a big guy. If a woman is walking down the street and a grown man grabs her, she can argue force multiplier. If an elderly man is sitting there walking down the street and I'm 6'3", I come at him, he can say, look, I'm 75. I used my knife or my weapon. But you cannot say that two high school boys, the same size, had an altercation and one of them was justified in using a knife. Martae, you were saying?
Well, there's two things I want to say. You have to meet the force with reasonable and necessary. That's how the law defines this. And also it's called the use of force continuum. You're going to escalate it to match the same use of force, to which I'll say to the Black community that I exist in, that I'm ostracized from. What use of force was Carmelo matching to what Hunter's was? Not Hunter, but to what Austin's was. It was actually an accession of this. So here's the point that I wanted to make the first time. The fact that he wanted to hide and run from a light drizzle underneath the tent, bitch move. The fact that he said, wait here and see what happens and didn't want to put his dukes up, bitch move. The fact that he ran, ditched the knife, and didn't want to face the consequences and left the scene, bitch move. So it's like there's a succession of bitch that happened when it came to this, as far as moves are concerned. But that's my take on that too.
But here's the thing, though. Even though this kid had two parents, Carmelo did, and he lived in a decent area, Frisco's is a pretty nice area, right?
Yeah.
It's the culture. Once again, Black culture has been feminized. Especially young Black men act like women. Every trait that you just said is what a woman would do.
I can tell you why.
He has a spirit of a woman, right? And a lot of these young, especially Black boys, have no impulse control, right? And they act like chicks. But here's the thing. Chicks can get away with this. Well, less and less now. But here's the thing about single moms and beta Black parents. They don't realize young boys can't get away with this. They can't act like chicks because society shows them real fast what the consequences are.
Well, this is my other point that I'll get at right now. The reason why we have such a Black strong woman epidemic right now, creating other Carmelos Anthony's, is because you have women, a group of subset of women that don't have conflict resolution skills. And what they're doing is they're mapping this onto the boys who aren't held to the same standard that these Black women are, because at least they have the women card. These boys can't hide behind that. So they're irrational. They don't have impulse control. They don't have conflict resolution skills. And the dad isn't present to map on what true masculinity would be onto these boys. So guess what we're producing with a 70+% divorce rate that, mind you, women are initiating, creating more single moms than ever, creating more Carmelo Anthony's than ever. Mind you, we just had an incident that recently happened too, where a Black guy recently in a convenience store, I think it was like yesterday before, another Carmelo incident happened yesterday where this kid stabbed another white person in a convenience store, another teen. That you could look this up. This just happened. So
let me see if I can find it.
Yes, there's going to be more incidences of this happening to where now we don't want this to be normative for societies.
I can argue this. Did you hear about that one guy, that one rapper, that Julio guy who got deleted, and it turned out that the main kid who did it, once again, he was a black kid. He had two parents, and he drove like 8 hours to go shoot this kid, and it turns out that he was just trying to be part of that life. He had no business being part of any of that, but it's the culture. The culture that'll take a kid that has a black kid that has every opportunity, all the same benefits and opportunities as a white kid, but chooses otherwise. Martae, my dunderheaded older sister, my knuckleheaded, idiotic, moronic, B-dub sister, who's one of the worst people I've ever met my entire life. My sister has been one of my biggest ops in my entire life.
Damn.
We grew up with professional black parents. My dad's a doctor. My mom's occupational therapist. You know, we went from we were the American dream, dirt poor to making lots of money. You know what I'm saying? Grew up in the suburbs, nice house, whatever. After we were poor, you know what I'm saying? My sister shouldn't have ended up being a single mom at 48. She's 48-year-old alone. Never been married, a single mom, got knocked up by nug, right? It's the culture that makes these idiots do this.
Well, here's the thing, though. I don't know if you saw the stream about. I had a long stream about why Carmelo Anthony won't survive prison. Here's the problem with this: when you have a culture that's pervasive and also preys upon other people to steal things, and I kid you not. When it comes to the N-word, it was created by white people, but black people want to say that we have a monopoly on this word, and if you dare use this word, we will end your life and unalive you. Even though if you call somebody a gypsy, right, same slave word to the Romas, then nobody's getting unalived over that. But this is the same thing that we propagate in our communities. If you have it, we can steal it and warp it and make it our own. Germanic people had braids, twists in their hair and things like that before. The Celts had this, but we want to lay claim on everything else while trashing everything else at the same time. And there are a lot of controversial views that I have, but yeah, you're right. Black culture is a crabs in a bucket mentality that needs to change in America right now.
If we could just touch on this story, the Asian dude that shot the kid.
Chow. Yeah.
Guys, here's the thing. The prosecution didn't do its job. Okay? People can say, the system's racist. No, the prosecutors sucked. They brought up one charge on the guy, and they couldn't prove that one charge. What they usually do is bring up 3 or 4 or 5 charges and then see which ones that they can get you on. But they tried to get him on like murder 1 or murder 2. They could have got him on involuntary manslaughter or something. They could have found a way to put this guy in jail. But these dunderheads, probably because they're woke, liberal DA was like, we need to make an example, and they brought one charge, and the evidence for a murder 2, it just wasn't there. Now, guys, not guilty does not mean innocent. I repeat, not guilty does not mean innocent. It just means that the state couldn't make its case. Okay? Just like, guys, I hate to say this, OJ was not guilty, but we all know he wasn't innocent. I mean, let's be honest here, come on now. If anyone did it, I know it's OJ, you know what I'm saying? But the state couldn't make its case.
Right. But here's another problem that the black community does, and they do this often. And I don't know if you heard about this, AJ, but this is becoming a propagandized epidemic, and blacks are actually encouraging other blacks to do this. They're telling other blacks to call Chinese shops or Asian restaurants, order up the bill for $200 and then not pick the food up. This is like, what you're doing is you're stabbing a community that has helped you out so much, because Shaniqua needs her hair done. Who's doing hair? Who's doing her nails? The Thai salon is going to do her nails. Who is going to, take those checks and cash them? Oh, the Asian shop's going to cash those WIC checks and do all the, like, we have to think about this. You are literally stabbing the Asian community in the back and pronouncing that we're going to do this. Just like in the Austin Metcalf case, they're saying, if you see a white person, unalive them, punch them in the face, and do all this. Because of this case, blacks are literally their own worst enemy, and we are going to have every race hate us even more because we're starting these trends.
Because they've become feminized. What's the one thing that you, Andrew Wilson, and a lot of guys talk about? Is force doctrine, right?
Yeah.
Force doctrine has to be the most. Like, if you try and argue against force doctrine, that's how I know that you're instantly an idiot, right? That you're some woke liberal moron. Force doctrine, and who argues the most? It's effeminate goofball, beta men and women, right? Because they can't fathom, they don't think practically, right? It works with women, but also what Black people don't understand. Men, if we decided tomorrow we could throw women in cages and there's nothing that they could do about it.
Nothing.
Hey guys, I hate to say this, but in the United States, if white people decided to, they could put us Blacks back in cages tomorrow and there's nothing we could do about it. Because they own the monopoly on force in the United States. That's just how it works. So it's funny to me when, once again, the Black community has that same female goofball mindset where they don't really understand how stuff works. You know what I'm saying? The benevolence of the majority is to not wipe the minority off the face of the map. And then to say, Martae, how many times have you heard this? Oh, white people need to blank. White people don't need to do a fucking thing. You know what I'm saying? White people don't need to do anything.
Yeah.
In the same way that women say men need to. We don't need to do a goddamn thing.
Well, I'll tell you this right now, and I'll ask you a question. I've never asked anybody this question, but I'm going to ask you right now because I just thought about this. What country are white people running to that's brown to escape the trash that they create?
None.
Right. But if you ask the question the other way, what white country are brown people running to escape that the mess that they made? And it's like, you can name like
all of them.
Right. So it's like, we have to think about this. If we're going to bastardize white people and blame them, it's calling them the devil and all this other stuff, they're really benevolent because they don't off us. They're really benevolent because if they have a monopoly on tech, innovation, aerospace, engineering, all
weapons,
this.
Weapons, no, weapons and military.
Well, weapons
what
too.
What did Andrew Wilson say to that goofy guy who was advocating for cousin marriage, that one Muslim guy? Andrew said, you are relying on the benevolence of the West to not wipe you off the face of the planet.
Yeah, I was debating that guy.
Dude, that was one of the worst whoopings that I've ever seen. The only thing that I would say was as bad is when Rachel whooped on Brian Shapiro. That was.
Oh yeah,
dude,
that was pretty bad.
All right, just between me and you, because I was in Vic's chat yesterday.
Yeah,
and every time that he talks about Brian Shapiro, I ask him, "Do you ever think Brian Shapiro is ever going to get tired of taking L's? Like, is he just like a sociopath or a psychopath where he just doesn't understand how he loses all the time?"
I think he's a masochist. I think he likes abuse.
I think so too.
I think he likes punishment. He's one of these people that'll pay a prostitute to like stomp on his nuts with high heels. He's like one of these type of people. Yeah, for sure. He likes self-denigration. Yeah.
This is the type of chick Brian's after, guys.
Yeah. Y'all want to ask me what I'm doing? I'm outside hoeing. I work at hoeing. Y'all want to know what company I work at? I work at hoeing. That's the company I work at, hoeing.
Yeah, and he'll defend her right to be a 304 too. Yeah, yep.
Guys, that's what a one. If you even know who that Brian Shapiro guy, guys, I don't even know who watches him, but I do like on Tim Pool's show when he was trying to argue with that black guy who goes on Tim Pool's show about racism, because the black dude told him, he says, "Look, I've experienced more racism from liberals than conservatives." He's like, "No, you have." He's like, "Bro, I'm black. What are you talking about?"
What?
Guys, if you are black and in this chat, put a yes if you agree that you've experienced more racism from liberals than conservatives. But like, just really fast, we'll jump into the Carmelo case. But do you remember this case, Martae? This B-dub just randomly stabbed a young white kid toddler and deleted him? Watch.
Oh, man.
It's a tragic loss that left an impact on people across Northeast Ohio.
It just rips your heart out.
A 3-year-old boy killed, his mom hurt in a random attack.
And guys, hit the like button, guys. Guys, this live probably won't be monetized after the fact because of the topic. So guys, hit the super chat button, please.
Grocery store parking lot.
The world we live in is crazy.
Julian Wood, remembered by so many over the past week.
This is something I had to do.
This is a beautiful thing for a horrible tragedy.
The woman accused of stabbing him to death sat behind bars.
Look at that thing right there, guys. Look at that thing right
Monster.
there. Look at
Crazy.
that, dude.
Why did she do this?
Today, Bianca
Look
Ellis.
at that thing right there. That's no moon.
Damn, she looks like Beanie Siegel. That's crazy.
We now come back, Vapodo.
Ellis was in court,
Crazy.
It's not even huge.
and so was Julian's father with a plea.
Just do whatever you can to keep this monster behind bars.
Look at her. She doesn't care.
News 5 is still following this important story.
Guys, please, what do I say all the time? Okay, if you have to wear a suit, guys, please get in shape. I'm not saying that you got to be, an Olympic level athlete, but for the love of God, guys, get in shape so you can wear a suit
You
to
gotta-
work.
you
so you
gotta
don't look
point.
like this guy. Come on, man.
Damn.
What are you doing?
That has broken so many hearts. Thanks for watching us. I'm Damon Maloney.
Thanks for being here. I'm Katie Houston. Bianca Ellis eventually pleaded not guilty today
Not
to
guilty.
charges including murder and
Now she actually got sentenced. This is an older case, but I was
Crazy.
wondering
attempted
if you saw
murder.
this.
And her bond was set at $5 million, but that didn't come easy.
The arraignment started with video appearances, but when Ellis didn't cooperate, she was walked into the courtroom to meet with the judge face to face.
A green dinosaur, 3-year-old Julian Wood's favorite
Sad,
color and
right?
animal, towers over a growing memorial in Giant Eagles parking lot in North Olmsted.
Sir was a jail case number 692604. Youngstown Ellis.
Props to the craftsmanship of that chair, you know?
Bianca Ellis, facing murder and attempted murder charges, was arraigned this morning. The first
Yeah.
2 attempts, she seemed defiant, head down.
Have you received and read your indictment?
I don't know.
You don't know if you've received it?
Not answering Judge Nancy Russo's
Damn.
yes or no questions.
I do know attorneys from my office did go see her last week, and that there were some
Emoji Mister says she looks like the nutty professor.
Yeah.
notable mental health issues.
Do you understand on the indictment that the state has reserved the right to add the death penalty? Do you understand that? Have you read that?
But anyways, so she got life, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, but guys, this happens all the time. And once again, these wokes, so this systematic racism. If you look at the violence that from black to white, I compared to white to black, it's not even comparable.
Yeah, it's
It's not
lopsided.
even, and that's the stuff that gets reported. Guys, I
Lopsided.
went to a predominantly white high school, and there was like 30, 40 of us blacks in my high school, and there were still black kids who would jump these white kids. It's crazy, you know. So here we go, guys. Let's check this out.
Personally, I
And
think
we will
she should have been riding the lightning after that. Life is like, oh, so we're gonna support her with tax dollars for the rest of her life.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
too
yeah.
good. That's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
insane.
And it's crazy, because but here's the thing: we need to get rid of death row and just take them out back, like China does, because death row actually has a lot more amenities than other places. Some of them you can raise cats or whatever. They have different meals. It's crazy. It's nuts.
Yeah.
So
People are going to say, F him, he's lying. Because your Lord and Savior, Carmelo Anthony, took a life unjust.
Boy. So we got to continue our family cheaped out.
Okay.
$500,000.
So they're trying to say
they weren't talking until they gave them 200,000.
What the white man say?
75.
75,000?
see that. So the black lawyer that they were trying to hire said, "We're not taking this case until you give us 200 grand." The white lawyer said, "I'll do it for 75,000." Crazy, right?
And so my thing is like,
they're trying to convince us there's this grand conspiracy to hide what is supposed to be bombshell, clear video footage of what happened, showing that the pro-Blackie blacks were correct. That Carmelo Anthony was jumped, even though the woke minister,
Now, guys,
influencer.
Here's the thing, right? About the wokey wokes, the feminists who believe in the patriarchy. All it is self-centered, just narcissism. You actually think that there's some large group of people who are out to get you? Think about it. Like the white man. They honestly believe that all white people just get up at 9 a.m. on a Monday morning and go, you know what? I'm going to oppress me a black person today. White people don't care.
Matter of fact, they make an extra effort to get out of your way. If you're walking up, they will move their purse or clutch their purse. They'll lock their doors when you're walking past their car. They do the opposite. So, which is crazy.
Yeah.
It's not even a trope. This is actually what happens. It's happened to me, but I don't blame them because of pattern recognition. So.
Yeah. If I'm in a store and I see, especially an Asian store, and there's some 5'1" little Asian chick trying to follow, hey, it is what it is. Because I realize that there's been enough nugs out there, stealing stuff. I've seen it with my own eyes. So, hey, it is what it is, So,
Any case, and Sarah Fields, who is an influencer, is claiming that she saw the tape that everybody else is claiming to see that kind of says something different about what we heard in the courtroom. And what's interesting about it here is her statement claiming to have seen the tape, and that what she saw is disproves what every other person who claims to see the tape is saying. She's saying they're all lying, right? But my question is, here is what I was provided, right? And you can see Dwayne Turner saw the tape. It says yes. Next to Sarah Fields' name, it says no. So all I have to say is if she saw it.
Are you telling me a B-dub lied?
Yep.
A B-dub lied, you don't say, right?
And why doesn't she just give an email like this that Dwayne Turner supplied me with, which verifies and confirms that he saw the tape? So she should have this exact same email. So Secret Service, Sam, here with an update. Now, people are alleging that Tiffany Billions saw the video and that she recorded it on her glasses, her Meta glasses. Now, I'm not sure. I cannot verify this.
And this is why you can't believe anything that B-dubs say. You know what I mean?
But here is a little bit of the video that she has. And people are saying that she was acting allegedly like she was on the Carmelo Anthony side. But some people are alleging that she might have been paid to sabotage parts of this case. Now, I cannot verify this, but all I have to say is if she does have the video, she needs to come forward and release it. Check this out.
And of course, she didn't do a good job. Like, what is this? You know what I mean? Like, what are you doing?
They're playing Atari, apparently.
Correct. It's been.
Hold on. Let's see what this is. All right, guys, let's just get to the video here. Guys, once again, Martae, I don't know how you do it. You go to the predominantly black panels, but I don't, guys. I don't. Andrew's the only person on this panel who's, well, no, Mr. Fantastic's pretty cool. He's a decent guy. But everyone else on this panel is a bunch of clowns.
Liberal clowns, yeah, sure.
They are. This guy's from Portugal right here. This guy's from the UK. So I don't even know why they're even talking about any of this stuff, right? There's so many times where there's people who are not. It's not even about race. It's about being American. You don't see us being like, oh, well, Martae, here, I'm going to jump in a freaking Korean guy's stream and be like, well, what you guys got to understand about Korean culture? I'm not Korean. Oh, yeah, I'm going to talk to a bunch of Russian guys about Russia. You're not over here, especially when it comes to race relations, because the race relations that we have in the United States, the only people are unique. I would say the only ones who could maybe talk about it are the Canadians, maybe, but once again, a lot of Canadian blacks, they come from, they're immigrants from Jamaica, from Nigeria.
Haiti.
They aren't like
France.
us, where we were here from the start.
Well, here's
So,
here's another thing too. King Richards can't talk anything because if you're from the UK, how's that working for you with your laws, your immigration, your speech, all this other stuff? So out of here with that. Fatty, he's just a fan of American culture. Meanwhile, doesn't partake in American culture. He can buy a Kobe jersey, wear that all he wants to, but it's like, who are you to impart wisdom on people who are patriots? You're not even a patriot yourself. You live in Portugal, so yeah, I definitely second that notion.
And guys, anyone who wears sunglasses inside is a clown. I'm sorry. You're inside. You're on a stream. Take your glasses off. Why? But yeah, guys, so everyone on this panel is a clown. Pearly Things already, they got into it with her. She said that she's never going back on the A-type, a predominantly black stream again, right? And then this knucklehead here had the nerve to call in a Pearly Thing to show and tell her that he thinks that he can help her be a better content creator.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok.
Absolutely insane. So, guys, just setting up setting the stage here. And guys, here's the thing. I have a good amount of subs. Martae has a good amount of subs, guys. If Andrew Wilson comes on my panel, guys, he's an honored guest. He's blessing me by being on the stream, right? When you do this, guys, in the YouTube game, it's not just a respect thing. It's a courtesy and respect. You make sure that no one on your panel disrespects the A side, okay? Period. And that's what happens, is that you have a bunch of people who barely have any subs who want to try and clip farm off of the fact that Andrew Wilson's there, or Pearly Things is there, or Anton Daniels is there. Every single time someone larger has come on their stream, it's been nothing but disrespect. Nothing. That's how you get that. That's how you destroy the momentum of building your platform. Anytime I've seen Martae have anyone larger on his stream, he's respectful. And if anyone steps out of line, towards that person, he puts them in check because he understands how the game goes. Okay? And I don't understand why these morons who are blessed enough to have Andrew Wilson come on in here. You guys will see. So, Martae, do you want to chime in here before we get this started?
Yeah. I'm very familiar with Fatty's panels. I go on there, and I'm usually the person who disagrees with everybody. Very rarely do I go on these panels and agree with anybody. What you're dealing with is a bunch of black Democrat liberal people who want strong black women to inevitably run the country in their cultures instead of them. So it's like I try to find real men on the panel, and no, they're not real men by my regard. Yeah, professional victims.
Yeah.
But
this is, guys, hold on.
Yeah,
this is Martae when he's on the stream.
God, I hate niggas. I love black people. Honest, hardworking, law-abiding black people. Niggas like you make me sick.
Yeah, hey, you're not lying. Hey, he's telling the truth. I hate niggas. Like, I'm just gonna be honest with you. Like, we have to, like, whenever I get on the panel, I know I'm gonna be ambushed. And if Andrew gets on the panel, he knows he's gonna be Andrew. Myron knows he's gonna get ambushed. Me and Myron, I think, unless I know anybody else, are the only black content creators that go into these spaces and come in with conservative views, who want to correct some of the wrongs and some of this dumb think that we have in the community that perpetuate this crabs in the bucket mentality. Unless anybody else wants to join us, I want anybody to join the black conservative movement that goes in there and combats this, because the trenches are empty. There's nobody in there fighting but me. That's why I get ambushed all the time, and Myron and all these other people. And it's like, we need more people that are going to get out and fight with logic, and against these people are going to chip out.
Here's the craziest part about this. Let's just somehow say that they are correct, that conservative white people are racist, right? It's not true, but let's just say the conservatives believe in freedom. Guys, I would rather live in an area that's free, where you can make money if you work hard, even if my neighbors don't want me anywhere near their property or near their daughters. Hey, my neighbor and I are just as free to go out, work hard, invest, and make money. You know what I'm saying? That I'd rather have freedom and be over with the racist people than some woke, communist, authoritarian, LDHD TV foolishness, which is over on the left. Because any issue that you have, look at both sides and ask yourself, who would I rather live around? I would rather live around a bunch of Christians who love America, who are capitalists, than a bunch of woke transformer, blue-haired lesbian chicks, straight up. So here we go.
No, it not only wasn't too much. I think the death penalty is appropriate for a case like this.
And guys, might I say, Carmelo, he was blessed by getting 35 years.
Yep.
Because he'll only do maybe, if good behavior, he'll do 75% or less the time. So by the time he gets out, he'll be a young man still. He'll be what? In his mid-30s, early 40s. Austin Metcalf has no life. He's never coming back. Ever. 35 years? Was it 75, 25? He'll probably do maybe 20 years, 24 years. Okay? So, guys, he'll be 40. Almost 40.
Well, we have to think about race relations in America right now. If the opposite would have happened, the inverse, like Austin Metcalf would have stabbed Carmelo Anthony, would pass, he probably would have got the death sentence or life. It probably would have been worse for him. And he probably would have had a liberal judge like the one that freed Irina Zarutska's killer on the bus. It probably would have been another liberal judge, and he would have had death sentence or life. Meanwhile, Carmelo, 35 years, he got a slap on the wrist. It's just crazy. And he got GoFundMe's and all this other shit going for him. It's crazy.
That the family just took the money and ran.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, all right, let's get into this, guys. Guys, hit the like button. Guys, I'll drop the link maybe in about 20 minutes, guys.
So, in my opinion, he's an innocent person in the heart with a knife at a school event. And that generally leads to, or at least it used to, in a more moral nation, to the chair. And that's what I think should have happened personally. But at least life in prison at a minimum. Right now, he can serve 15 years and he's out. That's ridiculous. That's insane. The victim's family, of course, they're deprived from their son for a lifetime.
King Riches.
Now, guys, I want you to understand. Look at Andrew's demeanor, all right? And guys, look, Andrew and Martae, they're a bit more even-keeled than I am because, guys, like I said, I cuss and kick. I cuss people out and kick them out. You know what I'm saying? But, guys, just watch Andrew Wilson's demeanor. And, guys, King Riches lives in the UK, okay?
Also,
So,
one last tidbit. Remember, Carmelo got a chance to spend Christmas with his family, holidays, and more time at home, while the Austin family was mourning their son the whole time. Didn't get to enjoy anything and got everything taken away from them, meaning their son. So, yeah.
Yep, true.
Do you agree with Andrew, or do you think it was that will be too much?
Andrew's talking about he believes the death penalty would have been justified. I don't believe that. I think that it's a manslaughter charge. Like, obviously, it was a heinous crime, but I don't think it was in Carmelo's intention to.
And might I add, guys, that they offered Carmelo a plea deal. They offered him a plea deal. He said no. He went to trial. He got cooked.
The guy. I think that there was a level of conflict between him and these.
Hold on. The bipolar psychonaut says when a Republicans and then the White House, the economy. Guys, I don't care. I did a live stream, Martae, about things I just don't care about anymore. Right? Climate change. I don't care. Whatever. The poor. You know what I'm saying? Because, guys, there are people who are down on their luck. There's low income, but then there's poor people who are, a lot of which are just junkies. You know what I'm saying? Sorry. I don't care. You can't force me to care. Guys, everyone that's in my chat, Martae, It doesn't matter who's in the White House, guys. We're gonna get our money.
Well,
Cycle now. I don't care. I don't care. There's a Republican in the White House. That's the economy. I don't care.
Well,
I'm gonna get paid.
It's
I'm
funny
gonna
when
get
we had
mine.
a Democrat in the White House, we had more immigrants coming in that were illegal. We had more restrooms that were converting into universal restrooms, and then we had laws breaking down. Gender wasn't even a construct; it was whatever you want to make up. And now we had more rainbow flags than anything else when Democrats got in office. So don't tell me about things like money. We can deal with money later. Right now, we're warping our kids' minds and letting thieves and killers into our country en masse when Democrats are in office.
Yeah, guys. Sorry, but I just don't care. I don't. I'm gonna get my money. All of you guys that I know, Martae, all you guys are out there getting it. And guys, if that means that we just gotta work harder, oh no, we have to work harder. Like, if you have a mindset where you're just gonna get it, oh wow, I have to work even harder. That's not a shock to us, you know. So
Double boys. Nah, he made a very, very crucial mistake to use a tool. And obviously, you know, the other boy is deceased. But I think saying that you think the death penalty would have been a better result is absolutely ridiculous.
Oh, he just unintentionally shot him in the heart. It was an accident. He didn't mean
I never
to take
said
his...
that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't
What's
do that.
manslaughter?
Gotcha. Gotcha.
I didn't say that.
Manslaughter usually
I didn't say that.
revolves around
I'm saying that
accidental
I don't think I'm saying I don't think his intention was to delete the guy.
Oh, please, come on.
Lie detector determined that was a lie.
In Martae, guys, knowing what you know, put a 1 if you agree. Isn't it sad how completely overmatched these dunderheads are? With Andrews here, how completely overmatched they all are. I mean, this is like prime Tyson or prime Ali fighting some third graders. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man.
So what is your intention when you somebody in the heart? Is it to just not kill them, or is it to kill them?
What do you mean mind? What do
if
you mean?
A person in the heart, would you try
As
to...
the victim, what do you mean? Are you trying to say that I would kill someone because I'm black? What are you trying to say? What do you mean my intention? Are you trying to say, what are you trying to... You see that, guys?
Convince me that you didn't mean to kill him when you were stabbing him in the heart?
I honestly think that the boy was stupid. I think that it's ridiculous. I don't think that he should have got off. I think that, yeah, of course, he had to go to prison for what he did. But I don't think that he premeditated that.
How is it not premeditated if you pull out a knife and somebody in the heart, dude? Yes, that's premeditated.
Well, in situations like that where he was obviously the smaller guy, and we know this happens.
Please, now, guys, whoa. Guys, I need you to put a 1 right now. If you remember, was it yesterday or no, last Saturday, guys? We looked at his mugshot. Bro, Carmelo's like 6'1", dude. He's a big guy. He's a big kid, man. He's 6'1". I think his goofy hair made him like 6'2", but he's not a small kid. He wasn't.
Well, it's funny. Yeah, go ahead.
They're acting like friggin' Kevin Hart was in there, you know?
It's funny they have this logic about, it's not premeditated. Meanwhile, he said the equivalent of "hold on, I'll be right back" by saying "touch me and see what happens." Made a beeline toward his back, which was intentional. They're trying to say it was unintentional. Unfolded the knife, which they're saying was unintentional, and then picked it up and aimed towards center mass, where that ends people's lives, which was unintentional. How many unintentional things add up to where it's intentional at some point? And this is liberal thinking, by the way. It's crazy.
Yep. Marky Mark says, and what is this Brit doing? Commenting some of your facts. Low voltage says some people never leer. Hey, thanks for that, man. I appreciate that. Thanks for the $5, guys. Make sure to hit the like button, guys. I appreciate that.
What?
Every day. Listen, let me finish what I'm saying before you start making sound effects.
Here we go.
Here
we go. And that's how you know you're losing, right? Victimhood. Let me finish. Let me finish.
Seriously, like, don't do that.
This is a dialogue, not a monologue, you dummy.
Do what?
So, like,
What am I
basically,
doing? Go ahead.
Let's go on Mike and then interrupt. If King reaches and then when he
Come on,
lands,
man,
Andrew
like,
will.
don't do that. 'Cause we're
No,
different.
King, I'm here to moderate. Don't worry about it. Finish your statement and then you can go afterwards, and then we move to the bottom.
As
of
I
the
was saying, like, at the end of the day, like, we wasn't there, you wasn't there. You don't know what was said. You don't know the temperature that or you don't know what was going on. All you know.
And guys, once again, I want to say this, guys. States like California, Washington, Oregon, New York are the most abandoned states in the union. People are moving to red states en masse, and you look at like Mississippi now, where it jumped from 50th in education to number 9. Guys, black kids in Mississippi read better than white kids in California, than white kids in New York.
Liberalism. Yeah.
Yes.
One thing I'll say though, let me know if I'm right or wrong here, but Fatty sounds like a certain cartoon character that we all grew up listening to. How does his voice, like, it's the same voice as Dexter from Dexter's Laboratory? I can barely understand
guys,
him.
Like you said, I can't talk mess because I stutter. You know what I'm saying? But guys, at least you can understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And I remember once I was on Martae's panel. It was when you were doing your like the 2000K sub special, and and this dunderhead came on and was trying to be like, "Oh, don't stop there." I'm like, "Mother, you're trying to tell me about English? Come on, bro."
Yeah.
I said, whoa. Yes, I might stutter, but bro, at least I have an excuse. You're trying to tell me about speaking English? Come on, man.
Is that
pure code?
And all you're going off of is that he's boy, and I understand that. But you're saying that he should have got the death penalty. I just don't agree with it. I don't think he was on some serial killer vibes, like, oh, I'm coming out my house today to take someone's life. I don't think he was that was the situation.
Well, let's
Now,
you.
do I think that do I think as a boxer, I'm a fighter? Yeah, I'm somebody that uses my hands. I don't believe in carrying weapons. I don't. So in terms of 35 years, do I think that was he took someone's life. So
what?
At the end of the day, if you take someone's life, your life should be ruined, basically. But you're saying the death penalty. I don't agree with that.
Yeah, but you see how you never made an actual argument for why.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Dude, I love when Andrew just toys with his food. You know what I'm saying? He makes it look so effortless. It's hilarious, man.
I didn't interrupt you. I didn't interrupt you. Calm down.
One second. Hey, one second. Hey, 1 second.
And when he breaks out the Spurgly word, come on, Spurgly.
Hey, King, let him land, and I'll give him a chance to correct him.
My turn.
Calm King, you will have the
calm down, bro. Don't tell me calm
Hey,
down.
friends, we talk. Hey, we talked before the show. If your opponent is committing a mistake, don't interrupt him. Let him land his plane.
Okay, yeah, as if Andrew makes mistakes. And guys, yes or no? Do you guys think that they would be treating Andrew this way if he was black? Martae?
They treat me bad, even if I am black. So the whole panel's trash, to be honest with you. So I can't answer that.
And King, afterwards, you are left the chance to say he is wrong and this is why. Go ahead, then.
Yeah, so anyway,
look at his lip quivering.
AJ, real quick. If I was in line getting a movie theater and you brush past me and push me, do you think that, you have the right to end my life because of that? That's really what this boils down to. Right.
No.
So when King Richards makes the argument is like, no, you shouldn't, have the death penalty because of this. Well, you mean a slight push justifies the death is what we're saying, because we're only giving you 35. It's not that egregious. No, you're using maximum force for a shove. Yeah. Instant death penalty.
But it's about intent. If you pull out a knife and you stab someone,
that's intent.
Your intent is to kill them.
Yeah, in the chest.
This is the crazy thing about like the UK and knife crime, guys. If you just pop some shots off, that's not very personal, right? So, but the UK, it's so bad that they ban knives. Imagine, guys, poking someone with a knife to death. That's personal. That's sick. You know what I'm saying? That's literally getting right up in their face and looking them in the eyes. So they're trying to say we're violent because we have guns. I would argue that they're even more violent at the point where they have to ban knives.
AJ, you know what I see on this panel? I see Andrew and a bunch of black women.
Yeah.
Andrew versus a bunch of black women. That's what this was. Yeah.
Gave me was vibes. He didn't give me a single argument for why he doesn't deserve the death penalty. You don't think so. Well, that's nice. You also said, well, we don't really know because you weren't there. That's great. We had a trial. That's what that was there for, so that we could discover the facts of the case. And as it turns out in the facts of the case, all that happened was these other kids moved his stuff, and that made him upset, right? They got in each other's faces. There was a moderate shove. He pulled out a knife, him in the heart. Now you say, well, that's not premeditated. The second you go for a weapon, pull it out and somebody, you are making the conscious premeditated decision to kill them. By the way, in the state that they were in, when it comes to, they don't even make those distinctions. They don't even do that. There's like, look, if it's the case in Texas that you them under whatever the circumstances are, premeditated or not, it's the same penalty. So you know,
guys, do you see how Andrew's just talking sense, and they're just like, "Duh, baseball." You know what I mean? Because this, Martae, how many hours have you spent doing in the same situation? Just basically speaking Greek to a bunch of morons. You know what I mean? Like
It's not even, I don't think about myself as Republican, liberal, or whatever. I'm just common sense on their panel. And that doesn't even move any type of movement in their brain as far as brain cells or any. It's crazy.
Well, I would even argue, Martae, that you and I are alike in that if we grant that there's been racism in the past, right? There are some people in the United States that are racist, and that's getting increasingly smaller. You and I look towards the future. We can't change the past.
Well, the problem, it's deeper than this. Go ahead.
What destroys these idiots' argument is, oh, there's racism, there's Jim Crow, there's this and that. You stare at them and go, okay, now what? They never have an answer past that. They're so focused on stating what the perceived problem is, and they never have solutions, ever.
Well, the funny thing about this is if you asked anybody like in the 90s and you ask them, hey, you're black, how are you treated? Well, they're okay as long as they don't mess with me. I don't mess with them. There's a woman on the street asking questions with black people about the race relations. And you'll find that ever since Obama was president and spiked race relations in the net negative, now all of a sudden after his presidency, that's when all this crap started. I blame Obama for a ton of this that's going on in America right now. And it's hard to even recover because he got this ball rolling and it's been gathering momentum. We can see this in offshoots of UK, Ireland, and now like we have to fend off from this even happening here. It's just crazy right now.
Well, did you see that they had what were the riots that or the demonstrations that they just had? They had like some type of like race. Because remember that they had BLM marches all over the world. They had one in Lagos, Nigeria.
Crazy.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? But there was something recently where they were trying to, have demonstrations all around the U.S. for solidarity. I mean, all around the world for something.
Yeah, they're taking Marxism and putting a commercialized dress on it so that way everybody else can wear this. The thing is, though, the base conservative American blacks on our side, we see through this BS. That's why people like me and Myron are on the front lines fighting this BS, so yeah.
Yeah. And I would just say that if I take any label, it's conservative. I think that's really because I'm so fiscally conservative, right? That's the only thing that I would take on as an actual label, So,
well, because we are trying to conserve some values that we have. We don't want to be stripped by immigrants or somebody else, like the culture that we have right now of deleting babies and high divorce rates and all that. We're fighting to conserve marriages and things like that, so where men aren't getting ripped off in mass anymore and all that. But yeah,
that's true. Let's do this. Okay, let's get back to this, guys. Hold on, I had to get back to my screen here.
You even know what the facts are of the case. You don't know what you're talking about, dude.
King uninterrupted, please.
At the end of the day, as I said, I don't think the boy's intention was to delete the guy. I think that there was an altercation, and I felt that, and I think that he probably was feeling like, I'm the smaller guy. There's more of them. He was in their like environment, their tent or whatever,
where he shouldn't have been.
He probably was scared and thinking, "Oh, I'm gonna get beat up. I've got to do what I've got to do." But
isn't it funny how like Andrew smoking just triggers so many people? And I was always trying to figure out like why. Is it because him smoking, like people feel like he's not paying attention, or it always makes him seem so relaxed when they're getting triggered, so it pisses them off even more because it shows that he's just not bothered. You know what I'm saying? There's something when Andrew says "smoky man bad," right? Him smoking, how many times has he had some 304 or somebody said, "Oh, you're gonna light a cigarette now"? I honestly think it's because it shows that he's not bothered at all, and they're just mad. So
I don't think that his mindset was, "I want to delete the guy." That's what I honestly believe. And somebody like me who's been in a lot of situations, bro, like sometimes you'll make stupid decisions that you will regret later. I'm sure the boy regrets it, but I don't think that he premeditated that I want to take this boy's life. I think that he was in altercation, and you're saying the trial, we have all the facts. You don't have all the facts because you don't know who's lying. You don't know what pieces of information is left out. We don't know. All we're going off of is what these people said. They came to court and said.
All we're going off of is what we have. You can talk bad about the criminal justice system all you want, but guys, it's what we got. It's what we got. So, guys, the best way to counter our criminal justice system is to stay the hell out of it. You know what I'm saying? Mind your business, right? Don't go to these don't get involved in things. Mind your own business. Get up, go to work, take care of business, go home,
and that's it. You still wasn't there. You still don't know 1,000% what happened.
Yeah, but
you
all you're doing,
certain parts that you know.
All you're doing is making a gaps argument. You don't know for sure 1,000% anything.
He doesn't even know what a gaps argument. Andrew, what are you doing, bro? I told you guys, it's like he's talking to children.
But you're also talking about a populist. You're talking about a populist that'll say that, oh, it wasn't a jury of his peers. Well, they're thinking same race when they say this. That's not what that means. And then to explain this to them, it'll break their brain if I. Anyways.
Yeah.
Hang on, relax. You don't know anything.
I'm telling me to don't do that passive aggressive.
Relax. I'm not. That's not. It's aggressive. It's aggressive. There's nothing passive about it. I'm literally telling you. Just relax.
You've never seen me upset in your life. So don't tell me, relax. I'm calm.
Can I get 3 words out without you interrupting?
This is me
and losing your mind.
This is me being normal.
You're good. Then just normally be quiet so I can make my point. Can you normally be quiet so I can make my point?
Relax.
Okay, chill out, bro. Whatever you want me. Whatever you want me to say.
Stop saying that. Just get on with what you're saying.
Then you have to close your mouth.
Hey, one second, friend. 1 second. Hey, friends. If somebody tells you to relax, you know what it means. It's for you to get agitated. Don't fall for it, please.
No.
Okay? Calm down. Relax. Calm down.
No, Andrew's basically, he's taking on all of them plus the ref. And Andrew's still in the pocket throwing bombs. You know what I'm saying? Prime friggin' Ali. You know what I'm saying? Just dodging, weaving, stinging like a bee. You know what I mean?
Relax.
Go,
don't fall for it. If somebody tells you to calm down, it's for you to control yourself.
But he can just carry on with what he's saying. Don't need to keep telling me.
How am I supposed to do that when you can't close your yap? You can't close your mouth to let me say a sentence.
Brother, you're.
Guys, here, if I could just show you this really fast. Guys, follow me on Facebook, AJ Rants. And guys, follow me on TikTok, guys. AJ Rants. I need 6 more followers. I can go live. And Martae, I should host lives on TikTok, and we should just destroy people on TikTok.
Oh, I'd love to do that.
That'd be great. So guys, follow me there. Let's hear this guy right here is gonna sum up everything wrong with trying to argue with black people. Watch. Hold on. Watch.
The worst part about the literacy crisis is that these people have to take everything at face value, because if you use figures of speech or rhetoric, they just simply don't understand. If you use a hyperbole, they think you are being dead serious. If you use an example to prove a point, they think that you're arguing the example. If you're sarcastic, their brain can't comprehend that. And so every conversation is stripped to being 100% serious and dry.
Right?
Yeah, there's
Did
no
he lie?
context or nuance. They literally can't understand like there's like if you're having a conversation, if I tell you it's a piece of cake, I'm not literally talking about the cake. Like, this is the
I don't know,
rhetoric and
Martae.
logic that I deal with.
Some
It's
cake
crazy.
sounds pretty good right now. I'm starving, but
Insane.
how many times have you seen in Martae? I've seen you deal with this. Martae will go. Imagine that you're ordering of a pizza. Oh, why are we talking about pizza now? You're deflecting. He's using an analogy, you goof.
Yeah,
He's using an example. Well, you brought up pizza and then you brought up cars. Well, you're all over the place. No, if you were you had some sense, you'd understand that. Anyways.
Yeah, but if we notice, Fatty's doing the same thing here. He's saying the reason why they're telling you to calm down is to trigger you. So what Andrew did was pretty smooth. He said, no, I mean, be quiet. You keep opening your yap. So we switched a different way to say something that's not supposed to trigger you, because obviously Fatty's gaslighting here. He's saying, oh, he's trying to trigger you. No, Andrew has even said the same thing in different ways. I need you to close your mouth. You keep talking. You won't stop talking. That's what he's referring to as be calm. But it's like, even when he frames this in a different way, it's just exposing the fact that Fatty's just gaslighting and lying the whole time.
But this is bad faith, though.
Yeah.
Think about it.
It
If
is.
he's saying, oh, Andrew's on his panel, and then Fatty's saying, well, he's trying to do all these negative things. So everyone on this panel is in bad faith. And I honestly believe that it starts with the fact that Andrew's white.
Just so you know, Fatty does watch my channel, so he might get upset at my takes and then be like, I want to come up. Fatty, if you're watching this, you can come up and get wrecked by me anytime. I'll do it in 2 weeks anyways. You want to expedite this? Let's go. So anyways, go ahead.
It's totally fine. Let me bring
Like,
Mr.
I don't
Fantastic.
interrupt you, and you just can't close your mouth for 5 seconds for rebuttal.
Let me bring Mr.
Serious
Fantastic.
Serious impulse control issues.
You wouldn't talk like this in person, but carry on.
Oh, so you're gonna beat me up now?
I'm just saying, it's unrealistic.
I'm not and if you say I am, I'll kick your ass.
It's unrealistic. It's unrealistic.
I'm not violent.
You would just be
but I'll kick
normal.
your ass.
Everyone would be normal.
Disrespect, disdain. Wait, hold on. I would say Andrew's laugh is disrespect, disdain, and dismissal all in one sound. That's hilarious.
Everyone would be normal.
Yeah, then
that's
just
what
be
I'm saying
normal.
to you.
Be normal.
So why do you need to keep saying calm down? I'm saying I'm calm, and you keep saying it over and over and over again to be antagonizing.
Because the other
You're
person
trying
won't
to
shut up.
antagonize.
And you tell them to calm down.
And now you're saying shut up and all of this. Like, bro, when you tell someone to shut up, what do you
They still
expect?
won't
Do you
calm
expect them to
down.
be like, oh, okay,
I didn't
yeah,
tell
I'm
you to
gonna
shut up. I asked you to relax. That's
And then you said close your mouth and all this kind of
later, because you won't. You
just
won't
carry
let
on
somebody
with
talk.
what you're saying, bro. I'm gonna
Is
stop
anybody
talking.
but you
Carry
allowed
on
to
with
talk
what
this
you got to
entire
say.
panel?
I'm gonna stop talking.
Guys.
Are you on filibustering? Yeah, great. So all you have to do is just let
Andrew, he can't even spell filibuster.
Yeah. So anyway, when it comes to the things that you just said, there's a whole bunch of rebuttals to them. The first thing is like, sure, you can't know anything 1,000%, I guess. Great. The purpose for a trial is so that we could discover facts about the trial. Once we discover the facts about the trial, that we go based on the evidence. And we do have compelling evidence that there was no justification whatsoever for Carmelo Anthony to pull a folding knife out of his pocket and shoot the other kid in the heart.
Hit the like button, guys. I appreciate that. Stop. Take a second, guys. That's the 304 button because it's free and it's easy. So, guys, hit the 304 button, please.
We have good, compelling evidence for that. So, by the way, the jury agrees with me, and the judge agreed, handed him down 35 plus years. So it's like, what do you mean?
Cool state.
Yeah. So So it wasn't a judge; it was a jury in Texas, as you said, right? The judge didn't really give the sentencing. The jury decided it. Second thing, yeah, you're right about the premeditation and things not being necessary or needed, but being that the judge and the prosecution considered manslaughter, it leans to the fact of the matter that they were considering that it could have possibly been manslaughter also. Even though, of course, there was The worst possible outcome, man. I didn't see him. I definitely saw him getting time, but I saw him getting maxed out at the manslaughter 20-year rate. At the same time, though, 35 years ain't 99, right? Oh, and as far as the death penalty, it was never on the table because he was a minor. Even though they're trying him as an adult, he can't receive the death penalty if you're going to, properly talk about the state of Texas and the parameters that were in the case. And again, there are very, very unfortunate things, right? Again, when we start talking premeditation, be it, necessary or not.
Like, gee, bringing a knife to a track meet. Like, gee, walking over to the other team's tent. Like, gee, having your hand in your bag on the knife, ready to go. I would say that counts as premeditation. But it might be just me, right?
He was suspended too, so he wasn't even supposed to be there in the first place. So.
Oh, really?
He was suspended because of bringing a weapon on campus. So he was previously suspended
the plot
anyway.
thickens.
Yeah.
Damn, guys.
Wasn't even supposed to be there. So yeah, it's insane.
Sad, isn't it? Look at that.
The clear understanding of it is, hey, I'm going to kill somebody today. I don't think that Carmelo Anthony came out of his house saying, I'm going to kill a white person, I'm going to kill Austin Metcalf for anything today. He made the worst possible decision and had the worst possible outcome. Actually, I just learned this a week ago. I think they say it's less than 10% of people that get stabbed from stabbings. Okay, now of course,
what kind of reasoning is that?
Far more
what kind of reasoning is that?
Yeah.
Well, a lot of people don't even die anyway, so what does it matter? You use a deadly weapon. Can you? What? I can't even think of something dumber than that. Martae, help me. What would you even say? What would be the example? I mean, parallel to that.
I don't even know how to process what he just said because obviously I don't even know. If he
here we go. Right well, I shot Martae in the leg. Well, now 8 out of 10 times you get shot in the leg, you don't die. It doesn't matter. I shot you in the leg.
Yeah. What
are you talking about?
I just clipped you with my car. I didn't mean to run you over. I meant to just clip you, AJ. That's all I did. The bumper hit you. That's it. Be okay with it.
I don't know how you white dudes do it. I don't. I don't know how you white guys do it. I really, really don't. This foolishness, But guys, that's the thing that makes you optimistic. I said this in my interview with Paul Elam. I'm uncharacteristically optimistic because these Gen Z white dudes are not having it. They're not having it anymore. I told you guys one of the most dangerous questions that's been asked by young men, especially young white men, that can never be unasked. You can't talk that way about insert group, and they go, or else what? What are you going to do about it? Oops. That's a scary, scary thing for the left, In
an altercation or dealing in an altercation, then fighting. And I would have suggested, or I would have definitely preferred him fight it out with his hands than use a weapon. And this is why you don't bring weapons, a knife to a fist fight, because stuff like this can happen. So is 35 years too much? Being that he got found guilty for murder, no, it's not too much at all because he could have got 99 years. They could have maxed him out.
What?
So, despite feeling like it was more towards the manslaughter, because I don't think that, that he's not this fucking assassin that knows exactly where the heart is and aimed directly for the heart.
Manslaughter would have been if they were tussling and then Austin Metcalf fell on the bag and landed on the knife. You know what I'm saying? Or if he had the knife, if he had the tool thing in his hand and maybe the knife would have come out and then it would have happened and tussle, that would have been manslaughter.
But if you tell somebody, go ahead.
Yeah. No, it's all you, man.
The moment you say, hey, wait right here, or do this and something bad will happen to you, that changes everything entirely. That's not really leaning towards manslaughter. That's talking about intention. Oh, do this and see what happens. Meaning, wait right here while I grab my knife, unfold this, and then aim it straight towards center mass. That's insane.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. I hadn't thought of that. The fact that he actually and click the knife out. Oh,
he had to unfold the knife too to do this. There was a whole process behind this, I mean, there's a lot of thought behind this than people think so. It's just insane.
Yeah.
Boy, I think it's very, very, again, he shouldn't have used the knife in the first place. but it was the worst possible outcome that it was. And being that he could have got 99 years and he didn't even get half of that, 35 years and then eligibility of parole at 17 and a half, that's more than reasonable. I'm done.
You should have got the chair.
Is it my turn for rebuttal? Because I saw somebody else up on the screen. I'm not sure. I'm just trying to follow the rules. Okay, gotcha. Well, there's an olive branch here. There's some things that I agree with you on. So the first point, when you're asking about the death penalty, you're right. It wasn't on the table. They were asking what should have happened. This, to me, is a hypothetical about idealism. You're asking ideally what would you want to have seen in a case like this. I don't think the death penalty would be off the table from my moral view. You're right in the facts that wasn't on the table as far as sentencing goes. However, life imprisonment, I think, was actually on the table as far as sentencing goes. I think it was. Am I incorrect there?
Yeah, you're incorrect. Like, it was maxed out at 99 years, but they can't give him life because, no, even still, he has the ability. Well, technically, you're right.
It's life.
But yeah. So 99 years would be life for all intents and purposes. But by the letter of the law, he can't be given life.
Because, like, what would he be? 116? Right?
Yeah, you're right. You're correct. But I'm just saying, going by the actual statutes and things, he has to be the eligibility of parole, being that even though they tried him as an adult, he was a minor when the offense occurred. My bad. So technically, you're right.
So again, olive branch there. No disagreement there, but I do think that they could have given him a much more rigid sentence. I would have been fine with it. I would have been fine with the 99 years if they could have done it. And when it comes to this idea, though, one of the things that you said here that I do take issue with is when you're talking about this self, you don't think that he purposely was setting out to you said 10% of victims only die, which, by the way, is still really high. Just so you know, 10% is still enormously high.
Look at it. Oh, bro, are you serious? Are you guys 10%? That is high. Can you imagine? That's 10% of anything involving death. Okay, Martae, 10% of people who go to the dentist die. Would you go to the dentist?
No.
If you had a 1 in 10 chance, that 10% of people who drive on the highway down the way from your house die. Would you drive on that highway? How about this, guys? Nope. 10% of people who fly on Martae Airlines die. Would you fly on that airline? No.
Bankruptcy.
Come on,
AJ, 10% of people get STDs when they date B-dubs. Do you think B-dub dating would go up or go down? Right.
I was going to say that didn't surprise me. So, yeah.
When it comes to a thing that kills you, if 10% of the activities that you do would kill you, you would avoid those 10%, right? So when we're talking about this, it's actually,
I worked on I worked in the most dangerous place on the planet, bro, for like substantial military carrier flight deck.
I don't think that has a 10% mortality rate. I'd be willing to bet right now.
Well, I'm just telling you that it's the most, like, top 5, no less than top 5.
Yeah, but I'd be willing to bet you that it's not even close to a 10% mortality. Not even in the same universe.
So what would be? Give me an occupation that would be a 10% mortality.
I don't think that there are many occupations that would, which is why I'm saying that if it has a 10% mortality rate, you'd avoid it like the plague, because the chance of it killing you are so outrageously high. So you try to minimize by saying it's 10%, but that's actually really high. If I were to give you 10 jelly beans and say one of these will kill you, would you pick and eat one? No. Right?
There you go.
That's still
ding,
astronomical.
Ding, 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 ding.
I got it right here. I got the percent right here. I just looked this up.
Hold on. Let me just do this really fast, guys. And Andrew Wilson.
Jesus Christ, that's Jason Bourne.
I mean, come on here. It's all you, my friend.
Okay, so it says there's no single mortality rate percent for military flight decks. Even historical reviews by naval safety officers for flight decks show less than a 4.7% for recorded major mishaps, if that even is occurred or logged.
That's major mishaps, not death.
Yeah,
You know
that's why they can't come up with this. So there's no number for that. So when he says this, it's most dangerous, that would be recorded, or somebody would say, no, we're not doing this anymore.
Hey guys, hey Korg, if you're in the chat, let us know. Korg, he's my subscriber. He worked on a flight deck. He's career Navy. He worked on a flight deck, and he has all his arms and legs and everything. So Korg, if you're in the chat, sound off, buddy. I appreciate you. So
about it. So That's the first thing that I'll take issue with. The second is when you say, well, he didn't intend to kill him, then why did he aim for the chest? Why not go for the leg? Why not go for the arm? Why not go for those things? Why would you the chest? The chest is the area that you would normally go to if you wanted to kill somebody. That's not the area that you would go to if you didn't. Slashing an arm, going for the leg, going for the arms, things like this, going for the neck or chest, that looks like something that has the intent for a kill blow, from my opinion and from my view.
No, I agree with that. But again, that's what I'm saying. And being to the evidence has been presented, I can't say his intention or intent as far as the direction or like the location. But it seems to me like that was just the thing that was most likely or right there as the way it's described or whatnot. Like I said, at the end of the day, I don't believe he should have used the knife in the first place. But it's the fact of the matter that people do things all the time in a violent nature, in a violent matter, without the intention of killing people, and they end up dead. And I'm thinking that's what happened in this situation.
I don't disagree with you in a sense that, yes, people can engage in conflict with each other where they don't intend to kill the other person. This happens accidentally with fists, with feet, in aggressive, fights at a club or bar. Accidents like that do occur. I think that there's a distinction to be made here when you pull out a folding knife, right? You still have it half folded before you at the chest region. That to me looks like intent. If it was me and let's say we were in a bar and we ended up in some sort of conflict and I pulled out a knife, slashed at your arm, slashed at your leg, something like this, later told the police, hey, I was just trying to get away from the situation, or it was so aggressive, I was trying to get out of it without killing the guy. That sounds a lot more believable than when I pulled it out and him right in the chest in the heart region. That seems to me like I'm trying to kill you, right?
No, I agree. And my only thing would be for that is that, unfortunately, this is the first time he's someone, and as far as we know, he has any history of violence, so on and so forth. And I'm not going to say ignorance and so on and so forth. Again, I just don't. Like you said, I don't think it was the thing to where, to a kid, a knife is, all these different things. It was just the worst possible occasion, bro. And like I said, from the way that it was described by the coroner, it was the worst possible way. Even the entry wound of the
it couldn't have gone worse.
Guys, even if they nick your heart, like even if the knife just goes and just gets your heart a little bit, you're cooked. You're cooked. Unless there's a trauma center real close, you're cooked. You know what I'm saying? Look at that.
All I'm saying, man. Again, at the end of the day, I don't agree with him using a knife in a fist fight.
But let me just tie it off with this, because I think we do agree, but maybe we can tie it off with a lot more agreement. If I said in my defense, I slashed at his leg and it hit his femoral artery, and I clearly wasn't intending to do that because I was slashing at the leg, and I thought that that's a non-lethal area. Doesn't that sound way more believable than I wasn't trying to kill him, but I stabbed him in the chest area?
Of course, I agree. And the biggest thing, and that's the biggest thing, and I think that's what gave him what it was: the injury, the positioning of the injury, and all the things and so on and so forth.
Guys, I've been in quite a few more fist fights and street fights than I'd like to admit. I've never felt the need to carry a knife or a weapon. And guys, once again, if someone does pull a knife, guys, walk away. Most guys don't even walk away. But if someone pulls a knife, I'm not saying that Austin Metcalf had a chance. But guys, if you are like in a bar, at a football game, dude gets in your face, pulls out a knife, it's not worth it, guys. Because whether he knows how to use it or not, just kind of walk away, That old John Wick stuff where you're gonna disarm him, not gonna happen, guys. It's just not worth it. Yes, any guy who does feel the need to carry a knife, you are a coward. Guys, learn how to fight, please.
When you hear the coroner say he pretty much died instantaneously, there was no way for him to even be resuscitated if they wanted to. Yeah. I think that's what got him the level of what he got.
Yeah, then I think we have more agreement than we don't, honestly.
Yeah.
Test, please, uninterrupted. And friends, if I show a cash app in the camera, don't stop talking, okay? I'm just acknowledging the fans. Thank you very much to the 900 people watching, plus the people on Andrew Wilson's side. We appreciate y'all.
I think there's 10,000 over here today.
Yes, you are not famous at all, sir. Thank you very much once again. I hope y'all having fun. Support the content creators that y'all watching. Respect.
He said there's 10,000 people over on his stream. He's like, yeah, this 10,000 over on my end.
Flexing on them, yeah.
Oh boy.
City boy.
Effectively, everyone in the
And
chat.
by the way, to my chat, remember people who host us and are kind to us, we're kind back. Make sure you go over to this channel, send in the super chats, show the support for people who are willing to platform us and allow us to debate on their platforms.
Thank you very much for the kindness, Andrew. Appreciate
Yeah,
that.
see,
Ted,
I see.
uninterrupted, please.
See
What?
this little bigger man stuff that Andrew does, and Martae does, and stuff. I'm a petty bastard. I really am. I actually think that that's the one thing that I get from my knuckleheaded moms. I'm petty, dude. I really am. You know what I'm saying? I wish ruin to people like to dunderheads like these. I really do. But Andrew, like I said, we've seen with you know Raging Tomato and all these idiots. Andrew is he's good to a fault. You know what I'm saying? Like he's had interactions with people that he's tried to help, that he's tried to platform, and it's blown up in his face, and he still has a good heart. You know what I'm saying? Which is why I told you guys during the Greg Adams, Andrew Wilson thing, guys. Even if we disagree with the whole single moms thing with Andrew, guys, you can't disagree with a person on one thing and then stop paying attention to them, right? Like that's what women and liberals and wokey-wokes do. Guys, is the person's heart in the right place? Are they doing good? Martae and I disagree on a couple big things.
Yeah.
Religion, a couple things. But Martae's heart's in the right place. He's doing the right thing. He's out there fighting a good fight and trying to make the world better for everyone in this chat.
Yeah, we can
agree on every single solitary thing. But guys, we can't have the tribalism over here.
Yeah, we can disagree on things like, you don't like salami on your sandwich. I can disagree on something religious contextually with you, but we also have to look at the bigger picture and context that there are bigger fish to fry. There are real enemies that are going to want us to pit us up against each other. And that's really what they want. We'll fall prey to that as a Black community. Not even that, but me and fellow conservatives who could be different races, they want us to be pitted up against each other instead of the real evils of the world, which means that we're going to create less of an America that we don't want to see for our kids 60 years from now, for sure.
Yeah, that's true.
Do you think 35 years was too much, or you actually have a different idea?
It's definitely too much. So I understand why he got 35 years. The inadequate defense that he was given is why he got 35 years. I'm actually of the belief that he shouldn't have got any time. I do believe that as the innocent party just sitting there,
he said what now?
He said he shouldn't have actually got any time.
Please.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked. Bamboozled. Led astray. Run amok.
Come on.
Insane.
Come on. It figures, right? And guys, this guy's too old to be wearing a do-rag. I mean, let's be honest.
Aggressor is the person that walked up to him and put their hands on him. And so if anything, he should be home free right now. And that boy is where he deserves to be for putting his hands on someone who didn't touch him first.
What?
So you're making, oh, I'm sorry.
No, that's your statement. Do you have, Andrew, you can rebuttal that. Yes, absolutely.
No, I mean, there's nothing here to rebut.
I have a statement for him, guys.
Some people are really fucking stupid.
So we're going to use maximum force for a shove. Yeah, that checks out.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Here's the thing, guys. You guys know how they always say, and Martae, you've heard this before, right? Oh, well, conservatives don't care about stuff until it affects them directly, right? We've heard that before.
I've heard that all the time, yeah.
Liberals are the ones that don't understand things until it affects them directly.
Fact.
Because if it was these idiots' son who got deleted and not Austin Metcalf, they wouldn't be saying this. They're so stupid that they can't even put themselves in someone else's shoes. What a joke. Come on,
we'd
man.
be seeing cities burned down and cars in flames and stores being looted right now if it was the opposite way around. We'd see that for sure. Yeah.
Yep. That's true.
Wait, first of all, you say it's an inadequate defense, but you give no examples of how the defense was inadequate. You just say that it was. assertions that are made without evidence can be dismissed without evidence, and you provided none. You didn't even provide a single example of how the defense itself was
I can
inadequate.
give you
Hang
the
on.
example.
I didn't
You
interrupt.
asked me for
I
the
didn't interrupt
example.
you once. Just let me say
It's
my
fine.
piece.
Let him end. Let him land, and then you got it.
And then I promise I'll let you say whatever you need to, right? So I want to hear out what you have to say, but I'm going to also make my adamant defenses here. So you didn't provide any adequate or any examples of inadequate defense. That's the first thing. The second thing is when you're talking about self-defense itself, you say he put his hands on him. You do realize that in most states you have some sort of escalation policy which occurs, which means that you have to have some sort of clear and present danger to your life. Mello Anthony himself and the witnesses there seem to think that that was not the case at all, that it did not justify pulling out a folding knife.
Why is Andrew even wasting oxygen? Look at this. Look at this guy right here. Do you think he understands any of this?
No,
You know what I mean?
he doesn't. The comprehension level's low. So
Look at this. Look at this guy. Look at this guy, guys. That's his 1.26 brain cells.
well, you're dealing with the populace in Crenshaw, California, or anywhere else to be what a cut. Oh, you look at me like
he said Crenshaw, California.
If I look at somebody wrong, it's like that cut. Like I was scratching my eye, and you want to shoot me now? This is the culture that we're talking about here, where you wear the wrong color and you should be unalived. You look at me wrong, you should be unalived. Literally.
Yeah.
So this is what's
You
happening right
step
now.
on my shoes. I go to a club,
right,
where it's dark and everyone's intoxicated, wearing my new shoes. Someone steps on because it's dark, and guess what? I'm gonna pull out a gun and shoot him. That's stupid.
Right. So this is my point, though. Blacks are creating a prison in the world around them. And how do you know blacks are creating an extension of prison? You go to Walmart and you're like, hey, could you use your keys to unlock the plastic thing that blocks shampoo of all things? And you know what's funny? I'll give you a fact. You guys can actually Google this and look this up. Sunscreen is the less stolen item in Walmart. So this is something you can look this up. This is a proven fact. So if you look at this, blacks by proxy in black community are creating a prison environment to where we have restricted movement. We can't walk out at night. We have things locked up behind cages, and we're creating a cage environment. So it's like, you want to talk about this. So Myron's right when he says he's a zookeeper, but I'll leave it at that. It's true.
That's sunblock.
It's true. Yeah.
Guys, you know what's funny? I told you guys that my girl's Korean, and she didn't even realize that all the black people stuff is locked up in stores until I pointed it out. And now she's like, oh my God, I can't unsee it.
Yeah. It's just insane. So it's like I want.
I know
somebody...
Memphis said it the best. That's the crazy part. They weren't even in the hood, and he brought hood behavior. Here, you guys here. Guys, let me tell a quick story really fast. Guys, my mom, she's retired military. She's a professional. Her and my dad divorced. Anyways, long story, but it's the best thing my dad ever did, right? She lives in a very nice neighborhood in Alabama. Nice house, right? Suburbs, whatever. The only other black family in the neighborhood is right next door to her. Now, the husband, he's a retired major in the Air Force. The wife is a nurse. They're professional blacks. It's their kids that are the problem. Their oldest son, he's nug sitting up in the house smoking weed with his baby mamas coming to the house trying to kick in the door. And then their youngest daughter's baby daddy comes to try and break the door down, and then he can't, so he jumps in his Hellcat and he starts doing donuts in the friggin' cul-de-sac. My mom said there's always some type of drama with these idiots and their kids. And the husband and the wife were actually, but it's the culture that drags them, their kids, into this foolishness, So
him in the chest. If I were to say that he pulled out a gun and shot him in the chest after it was the case that he got shoved, would you say that that was equally justified?
The laws need to demonstrate what actually happened, again, which is a young man who sat there and was aggressed by another young man, responded to being pushed. And so those examples you're looking for, one of them would be this idea that Carmelo called all of them, but when he was questioned on cross-examination, that wasn't in any
Did he answer Andrew's question?
No.
Just see,
They didn't
there's
even
nothing
answer.
worse than people who listen to respond and not to actually listen. You know, guys, what he's talking about is use of force. It is never okay for, unless I'm getting jumped by 3 guys, or for me to use a weapon. But if Martae and I bump into each other, we start to scrap. There's no reason why one of us, if we're both unarmed, you should have a weapon. Guys, even picking up a rock will get you put in jail. If I pick up a brick or a rock and hit Martae in the head and something happens to him, I'm cooked. You know? Here, guys, you know what? I'll drop the link because this is almost done. But yeah, guys, here.
2020.
Guys, we'll only have like a maybe 4-person panel limit. So I'll take like 2 more people on. So because Martae's a guest and I want to make sure that he gets fired about
5 reporting. There is nothing that denoted that Carmelo Anthony was an aggressor in any of the early reports. So these newfound stories and testimonies that we see in 2026, those are inconsistencies that were dealt with inadequately by the defense. Now, if you wanted me to give you the examples of inadequacies, I could have. Don't just simply.
But you didn't answer his question. That's just the thing.
Why that I didn't. I was just giving you an opening statement.
But also
Okay,
what
but
he
you
said.
didn't, and now you've given me one, and yet
Would you like another?
You can even throw it out.
Under the witness statement, and let's refute one at a time. Under the witness statement of the provocation, the witness stated that after Anthony was repeatedly asked to leave the Memorial High School tent during the rain day, he refused, became hostile, saying, "I'm not leaving. Fuck you all." The slur, witnesses say that he then called the surrounding student athletes a bunch of who were not going to do nothing about it. That's what the witness testimony showed that came out in the trial. So that is what the evidence is that we have on record. I don't know what evidence you're referring to because it sounds like, hang on, almost done. And then
gonna say,
gotcha. Gotcha.
And I promise you can respond. And then secondarily, he didn't actually answer my question. What would be the distinction had he been there with a Glock concealed and then this guy shoved him in the shoulder, he pulled out the Glock and shot him in the chest? Why would that be a distinction in your mind?
So I want to make sure we're doing this one at a time. So let's deal with what you just read. Again.
I can't, Martae. I don't know. I don't know how you guys. I don't know how you do it. I don't, guys. Andrew might as well be back, like putting a freaking bucket on his head and running into a wall. I'm serious. He would have that would be more productive than what he's doing now. Guys, put a 1 if you agree. Like Andrew might as well be speaking Greek. I'm dead serious. This is not hard to understand, and they make it so hard. I don't understand it. I just don't.
Was debunked on.
You guys hit the like button, guys, please.
Cross-examination, because until you show me something from 2025 that says Carmelo said these things, this is new testimony as highlighted by the defense in cross-examination. So whatever you're reading, can you continue reading it to let these people know what was said under cross-examination?
Yeah, I'll continue to read it. During cross-examination, the defense tried to discredit the claim by pointing out that the students did not include Anthony's cursing or slurs in their initial written statement. That's what you're referring to, right?
Absolutely.
But the jury ultimately found that the verbal provocation accounts were very credible and rejected the self-defense argument. They rejected it because they found it. They found the claims to be credible, even if it's not the case that the witness initially reported it. Who cares? They don't think that made the witness less credible because they didn't initially report it. They did report it afterwards when they gave a totality of recounting. So I don't really know.
Oftentimes, guys, when something happens, it's kind of hard to actually remember. But it'll be like 3, 4, 5 days later. Like, oh, this happened too. That's why detectives interview people multiple times, and then oftentimes they're still required to get up on the witness stand and talk about this type of stuff because memory is a strange thing. So there's techniques that are actually researched so that you can make someone more credible and actually now this is what you saw, right? And guys, this is why you guys remember on Menace to Society. Remember, you done fucked up, right? You remember that guy?
Yeah.
Why was he doing that to make them mess up. Because if you're lying, right, they ask you the same questions differently. And if you're telling the truth, you're telling the truth. You know what I'm saying?
It's
If
a
you're lying,
consistency thing.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think one thing that where you're talking about to your credit is you're talking about consistency. And if you have a lack of consistency, then there's a lack of credibility. And with the Black community, we have pattern recognition going on, which is which people would say that that's racist. No, this isn't. We're looking at the same thing of pattern to see if it lines up with everything else, to see if you're not going to change your story, warp anything else. And that points to truth in the matter. That's all this is pointing to.
For sure. And guys, imagine being so stupid that you make skin color you base everything in your life on skin color. Guys, I don't owe the Black community nothing. You guys are my community. Martae, MS Best, Keyshawn, Red Door, Air, all you guys are my community, right? People who are ambitious, assertive, literate, think critically, don't take stupid things at face value. You guys are my community. These thunderheads, no.
How this is in any way, shape, or form inadequate defense, especially since the defense was the one that pointed this out.
Right. Well, they pointed out the fact that the testimony was inconsistent, which is what they're supposed to do.
Yeah. So how's that inadequate?
Don't interrupt me after you just sat here crying about.
See, and now he's playing the victimhood, right? Now he's losing, he's getting whooped, right? So now all of a sudden, come on, guys, hit the like button, guys, hit the super chat button. I appreciate that, guys.
Well, I'm just curious about the inadequacy. How
right,
would it
but
be
don't do
inadequate?
that though. But don't do that though. You just sat here and cried about being interrupted.
I'm just asking. Like, how
Come
would
on,
that be
my
an
ass.
inadequate
Shut up when I'm
defense?
talking. I mean, because again, I just want him to understand that the point he's running from is the fact that it was
He's running
dealt
from
with, and now when I'm calling it,
now he's running, right? Please.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
You guys see how it's always the most ignorant and stupid that are always the loudest? And this is why B-dubs are always loud. Guys, this guy on the right, he's basically the male version of
Streets. I'm a bitch from the streets. I get that money. I get that money. Bitch, give me what you got.
Clown World.
inadequate, they're not challenging enough of these witnesses on their inconsistencies. So I know he does not want that to happen because it benefits him in terms of the outcome. But there are multiple inconsistencies. For example, another would be one saying he was pushed with one hand, another saying he was pushed with two. One saying it was a light tap, another saying.
Guys, people like this, they want a monologue. Okay? And this drives me nuts. Okay? And then if Andrew tries to cut in, he's gonna be like, let me finish, bro. If Martae and I are having a dialogue, I know that he has to cut in every now and then, and I have to cut in, but also I'm not gonna just yammer on and on and on and on and on and on and make 20,000 points that Martae is gonna have to try and respond to. Yeah. Short, concise, efficient language. That's what Andrew does. Just yapping. That's what this other guy does, guys.
Yeah, fallacious argumentation. Yeah,
just going on and on and on and on and on. Because some people like to hear themselves talk. And guys, I will say this. Rajai, Tim Hicks, anyone else black who's in this chat, Memphis. Guys, this is a trait of a lot of black men on the internet. I'm sorry to say it, guys. No, I'm not. I'll send 10 times that. This is true, guys. How many times do you see a lot of these, intellectuals? Oh, I'm an academic. I'm a junior Umar Johnson. They just talk and talk and talk and talk and talk and talk and talk. And try and use big words that they don't understand. Blah 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 blah. Right? And then you're like, actually, you try and ask him a clarifying question, and all of a sudden, hey. Come on, man.
It was a direct shove because you had these inconsistencies that were not dealt with by the defense. I am well within my intellectual reasoning to say that that's inadequate as a defense. What is he talking about?
It's really funny here because what you're saying is actually self-contradictory. It's P and not P. The defense was inadequate. because they didn't point all these things out. And then it turns out they did point all these things out. The jury just didn't believe them. So how could that be the defense being inadequate? In fact, it would be the opposite. The defense is adequately making the exact same defenses that you would make based on the sworn witness testimony and the inconsistencies you see. So how's the defense being inadequate again, dude?
Gotcha. Gotcha.
This is just like, I wouldn't even say that this is the Andrew's playing chess and they're playing checkers. Andrew's playing chess and they're freaking drawing on the sidewalk with chalk. You know what I'm saying? I mean, come on.
Because again, these arguments that we're making about that one statement, that is the only time they pointed out that inconsistency. When, if you're fighting for this young man's life, you'll point out these multiple inconsistencies multiple times. And even now, when you get the chance to call witnesses, you'll call that witness up and show his inconsistency through questioning.
Are you saying that the defense attorney specifically did not, under cross-examination, point out these various inadequacies that you right now are pointing out? Because the matter of record that I have, at least for the first claim, they did. And I'm willing to go claim by claim. And I got a feeling the defense actually did point these things out. So again, how is it the case that it's an inadequate defense? How?
Because pointing it out is not the same as using it to get Carmelo a better sentence. Pointing it out shows now that you are identifying.
What?
He's not making any sense right now.
He's not making any sense at all.
He's actually making shit up. So let's be real.
This is one of the things about a lot of these so-called black spaces, and we're trying to change the black community. It's dunderheads like this.
So
no, seriously, that they'll say Thomas Sowell is full of it or all that stuff, guys. No, Thomas Sowell and his ilk are the ones that you need to listen to, not any of the dunderheads on this panel, guys.
So one of my chatters says that Andrew's playing chess and they're rolling dice.
Yeah. Oh no!
Find it.
Yes, this is why the white side always goes first in chess. Oh!
There you go. W chat. Yeah.
Yep.
Attention, white dude. Pointing it out means I see it.
White dude. Well, there it is. Oh, here. Let's rewind, guys. Here you go.
It's always about race.
Here we go.
Defense. How?
Because pointing it out is not the same as using it to get Carmelo a better sentence. Pointing it out shows now that you are identifying it. Pay attention, white dude. Pointing it out means I see it.
White dude.
Yeah.
We are waiting for that, guys. We are waiting for that. Guys, the only thing that's more inevitable than this is when you see these drunken white chicks, white, on a body cam thing, and you're waiting for the N-bomb to drop. These woke liberal white chicks that have BLM stickers, man, if a black cop arrests them for DUI, oh, that N-bomb is coming.
I didn't write. I'm trying to show you. I know you're smart. You're not smart. You're white. So when I pointed out,
man, per capita strikes again. What they're doing is the black supremacist card and the race card at the same time. So
yeah, we was Kangs, we was Vikings, we was samurai, we was the ones who built everything. Please,
if you don't pick up on it,
one second, please. I already know this is going to escalate into something that we don't want here. I said before.
Guys, do you see now how you cannot have a panel of people who have like 1,000 subs and then a major content creator on, because they're gonna just try and clip farm.
Yeah.
If Andrew Wilson, Rachel Wilson, Pearly Things, Anton Daniels comes on here, guys, I would make sure that they get treated with respect. Any one of my panel members, even one of you regular guys, which I know for a fact that Snowboard or none of you guys would disrespect it. What I'm saying is you shut that down real fast, okay? Because now they look like clowns.
For the show, please let's take the situation going on. We're already talking about race. No need to be insulting each other in the levels of race. And as long as you don't want to lose the show. If I want to lose the show,
Hey, calling
keep
someone
doing the
white
white
is
boys
never
and all
an
that.
insult.
Oh!
He's not using it as an insult. He's like, you're not educated, you're white. He's like, well, that's saying I'm educated.
I know, but what I'm saying is in this pro-black
Yeah,
foolishness,
of course. Yeah.
it's supposed to be an insult. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we can wrap it up in 15 minutes. Okay? Y'all having a decent and civil conversation. It seems like both of y'all are informed about the case. Let's keep it
Yeah, right.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
that way. Go ahead, Tess.
He's just mad he's
Right,
losing.
but again, he's informed about the case, but what he's not going to acknowledge is that the defense's inadequate representation is what I'm talking about. If you don't call those prosecution witnesses back up and challenge them on their inconsistencies, you're not helping Carmelo Anthony. And so while he may not think from a defense standpoint, I am. So as you have identified these multiple inconsistencies, you don't take out the time.
Just listening to this guy talk is just making us dumb. Guys. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, but but to his point, against his point, when he's doing this, I would have brought up the fact that the defense didn't want to bring Anthony up as a witness to the stand to speak out against, the Austin Metcalf thing, because he would have hung himself, no pun intended. He would have he would have literally articulated himself into a life sentence or the death sentence. So basically, what the defense was saying is, please don't let Carmelo Anthony speak because he's going to undo everything that we did. And that's why. So that's against what he's saying. I would have brought that up, but Andrew does a really good job. Anyway,
guys, I can tell you this much, right? Because I thought that Carmelo did take the stand, but obviously he has no impulse control.
He's an idiot.
So it would have not been okay to do that. But guys, I honestly think once again he was blessed by getting 35 years.
Yeah.
35 years, he'll be out in what?
Yeah.
20? You know what
And
I mean?
I'm sure the defense probably asked him to go on. He said, I'll take a stab at it.
Oh!
I'll get to the heart of the matter. Oh!
To bring those witnesses.
Oh yeah, Martae, this
crazy.
Yeah, this is how snowboard rolls, man.
Hey, no, he's not lying. I have no pushback for that at all, no pun intended.
He said, I'll just make sure to say it with my chest. Oh!
Hey, at least he can speak from the heart because he's still living. Oh!
Inconsistency on cross-examination and use those moments to benefit Carmelo. That is an inadequate defense.
Yeah, this is just goalpost switching. So it can't be an inadequate defense if the defense is actually doing the things that you claimed you wanted the defense to do, which is point out the various inadequacies. The defense, that was part of their defense. This is inadequate due to the fact that there's inconsistencies in this testimony. There's also inconsistencies in this testimony. That was presented by the defense. The jury had access to that information. They just didn't buy it. So when you say when you say it was an inadequate defense, or you're just saying you think the defense attorney did a bad job?
Because he's listening to respond and not to actually listen. This conversation is not going anyway. Good faith, bad faith. Good faith, bad faith.
Job. Fine. I guess you can think that, but you haven't actually demonstrated it because they are pointing out these various inconsistencies. You just want them to call the witnesses back up, but you don't know if that would have actually served Carmelo better or not. You have no idea.
Well, we do know it would serve him better because it would actually highlight the inconsistencies that you're downplaying now.
They already did. For the love of God, guys, they already did. What is going on
right now in this moment? As I've given you two different things that were testified in the trial that would benefit Carmelo.
Someone says this dude do the clown. Someone this is on Fatty Street.
The only thing I'm saying the defense would need to do is challenge that directly, as opposed to just simply saying this in a cross-examination. I don't know how you don't.
Guys, Carmelo Anthony will get his cheeks took in jail.
I covered this.
His family better get him motherfucking chastity belt.
Yeah, I covered this on my channel by saying that Carmelo Anthony won't survive in prison.
Hey,
R. Kelly,
he'll be using a knife in jail too. Oh,
well, R. Kelly had a hit out on his life by the Aryan Brotherhood, and money won't save him. Do you think that's going to happen with Carmelo Anthony? Here's the other point I'll make. Carmelo Anthony has some money coming in still left over, so he'll be viewed as a golden goose. Somebody's going to say, if you want protection, you have to pay me. That pay is going to be a finite portion of protection, and that's only going to last so long. Texas is one of the worst prisons that I've covered in podcasts that Carmelo's going to go into, and he's actually in Baker unit, which is medium custody right now. There's not a lot of protection for him, so yeah, he's in trouble.
Guys, once again, there's a guy who used to he did an interview and he was saying that he learned how to play cards in prison, and what happened was that the inmates would play cards and the guards would give inmates money to play with and be like, hey, look, you'll give us a percentage of your winnings. So this guy was hella good, and then these guards gave him a lot of money. He's like, look, look, if I lose this, I can't pay you guys back, and I'll get you. So they transferred him to this, I think the place that Martae is talking about in Texas.
Oh, it's PAL unit,
California.
It's called PAL unit. That's the medium custody one he's at. Yeah,
guys, they had a big old race war, and he said it was the Hispanics all lined up. Then it was the blacks and the whites lined up on the other side, like Braveheart, dude, straight up. Everyone had sticks and spears and friggin' knives, and guys,
this is where we hold them. This is where we fight. This is where they die. On these shields, boys.
He said that's what happened. He couldn't believe it. It was like the second week he was there. Everyone was just going at it like the 300. It was crazy, man. So Texas jails are no joke, man.
Well, here's the last point I'll make on why Carmelo Anthony won't survive prison. He was throwing up a Vice Lord gang sign with a pew pew in his hand and a middle finger. Vice Lords, they don't play. So already there was a gang war over him before he even joined prison. The Vice Lords are going to check his status. They're going to say, what's your paperwork? He's not a Vice Lord, so he's already faking. So he's probably going to get his ass handed to him because he's faking a gang. So he's going to have to meet them one-on-one, which takes away that protection that he has by Vice Lords. You can't fake a gang and then come into prison and say you're this thing. The reason why I know he's not a Vice Lord is because it takes you being jumped into a gang. If he can't do a one-on-one fight, he can't survive a gang fight. He wouldn't even do this with Metcalf.
Facts. Good point.
Understand that, other than the fact that you might be biased for the other side.
That is
on the side of the defense.
Yeah, sorry.
I'm not done.
Yeah, go ahead.
On the side of the defense, you want them to challenge this information directly that these prosecution witnesses are saying, especially since they can't stand on it.
That's exactly what they did during cross-examination. That's what the challenges are. During cross-examination, they pointed these various things out. That is the challenge. What else could they have done? What are they supposed to do? You say drag them back up. Like, for what? They already got the information there to the jury. They already got them under cross-examination, pointing the inconsistencies out. That information was already out there. In both the examples you gave, I demonstrated in both cases, the jury was informed about those inadequacies. And in both cases, they just simply didn't.
Guys, I just figured it out. The reason why Andrew Wilson's having a hard time is because, guys, once again,
because the other guy's ignorant.
Oh, but guys, think about the language. Martae, you've been on a lot of these panels. Think about how direct, how concise this language is. A lot of these idiots have never heard anyone speak like this before.
Yeah.
And what I mean, like this really shows why you need to have an effective grasp of the English language and then reading and comprehension skills, right? Because this type of speech that Andrew uses, Martae uses, it's alien in these black spaces.
Yeah.
There's hardly anyone who speaks in such a direct and concise manner to where there's no second guessing what Andrew says. See, with these panels, people are always trying to clip farm and they're always in bad faith and trying to get gotcha moments to where when someone's not doing that, they can't fathom it. They just can't. You guys know how like women always ask men what we really mean when we say things. It's like, no, we just say what we mean. That's what's going on here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Fatty's clipped me twice in the past when I pointed out that my comprehension beat him before my argument does. Then all of a sudden these things are removed. And when I point this out to him, which is hilarious. So he doesn't understand half of the things, let alone be understood himself with his accent. Yeah, that's why somebody from American culture is trying to comment on what we should or shouldn't do. You don't even live in America and you're not even a patriot. You just admire a culture enough to copy it and cosplay it. That's all he does.
Yeah, that's facts. Because
Yeah.
you don't see me, putting on a friggin' Nigeria dashiki and hello, I care about Nigeria. No, because I'm not Nigerian,
Believe that was inadequate. That's it.
Right. So inadequate defense would have automatically known to call them up on their inconsistencies and now directly question them on their inconsistencies, because the only thing that happened under Cross was the inconsistency came out. He did not further elaborate on the inconsistency under cross-examination.
Prove it.
So now that you get a chance to question, you use those inconsistencies to create the questions about said inconsistencies.
Well, prove it. Prove that he actually didn't, during cross-examination when this came out, rigorously question him about the inconsistency. Go ahead and show me the evidence for that.
Oops.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
This is just, guys, this is just complete and total decimation. You know what I'm saying? It's just crazy.
Because I don't believe you.
You don't believe me about, say it again? Ask the question again?
Some people are really fucking stupid.
Evidence that when this came out during cross-examination from the defense, they didn't rigorously ask questions about that inconsistency, which is what you're demanding right now.
Right. So we can determine that by the fact that they didn't call any of those witnesses.
Yes, they did. They cross-examined them. Under cross-examination, they did the rigorous.
They did not recall them as witnesses to challenge the narrative that they testified to. They absolutely
Why?
do,
It already came out and they were rigorously questioned. Why are they calling them back?
Right, they're calling them back to challenge their testimony. It was challenged under cross and determined that it was inconsistent. So now if you're trying to help Carmelo get off, you want to further expound on those inconsistencies. What is it that you're not understanding about further expounding?
They already did that. They already pointed out, they already pointed out the inconsistency during cross-examination, rigorously questioned them about the inconsistency, calling them back up. They have actually damaged that testimony in many ways. Perhaps then in the second cross, there's other reasons for it that they don't want to deal with. There could be any number of reasons why they didn't recall them. Or for you to say it's an inadequate defense because you didn't call the witnesses. First, you said they didn't even question them about this. They did. The second thing you said is they didn't.
No, I didn't.
Yeah,
Don't
the
lie
second
on
thing
me.
you said
Don't lie
was
on
that
me.
when it was the case that they didn't really ask many questions about it. That wasn't true either. It was just done under cross-exam. Your entire case here for inadequate defenses, they should have recalled witnesses for the same information they had.
What up, guys?
That's why it's called a cross-examination, so each side can, ask whatever questions they want.
Yeah, it's a consistency
That's the
check.
entire
That's it.
point of the whole thing.
Hey, what's up, Doug?
To make it somewhat fair.
Dang, I freaking missed this, man. Andrew freaking cooked.
Yeah.
These fool. I hate Fatty, dude. I hate him. I
gotta face him in 2 weeks. So here we go.
Doug, Fatty's gonna try and argue with Martae over the N-word, about what?
You've been took. You've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok.
Absolutely insane. So Fatty, I mean, I don't know if you guys have talked about this already, but like Fatty has no real. He's literally a tether, vulture, ignorant piece of like what? He's from Portugal. Yeah. What are you even over here for? Like he can't have a. He's gonna say, look, you saw what he said to Myra. He's like, yeah, you guys are other people. Piers Morgan, he's from England, and Fresh is from Barbados. Yeah, you should say, you know what? They shouldn't say anything either. Honestly.
Yeah.
I don't like how Abbott and Priest talk about Black culture. Honestly, we need to circle the wagons and not let people that aren't in here talk about our culture. I'm not going to come to Portugal and talk about his. You know that he had
he had PDF allegations against him, right?
Oops.
Fatty.
Oops.
Oh damn! Wait, what? Wait.
Oh
Well,
yeah,
hold
you
on.
hadn't heard this?
Yeah.
Nah. Give me. I need the tea. Give me the tea.
Yeah, something came up. I'll have to look for it. Yeah, but something came up, and he had allegations that he was accused of being inappropriate with the underage.
Doug,
Yeah.
you got me on Discord,
flies
dude.
doesn't
If
hear
not, we should link up on Discord because I got a debate with him in like 2 weeks. So me and him are gonna go at it. So yeah.
Yeah, he was talking mess and Burley things in chat, and then Doug and BA brought it up, and then he friggin' did the old fat.
Who is this guy?
I don't know.
He threw the smoke
Dang,
bomb and
Doug,
disappeared
damn,
into the
Doug.
mist. You know what I'm saying? But guys, here, check it. Now this guy, he's zesty AF, but he's gonna sum up everything that like Doug and PA, Martae, Memphis, all of us blacks over here, what we think that they can watch.
So I guess I'm gonna have to make this video like maybe once a month.
Except for the zesty part.
Black men, wherever you exist in the world, black men, wherever you are in the world, stay the fuck away from me. I have nothing to offer you. I just got gang checked again, meaning a car full of fucking ugly gorillas drove up to me, hey, who you bang with? Who you bang with? In broad fucking daylight. I'm on my off day. Just started it. I went to the garden to get some gardening supplies. I got that good grape juice waiting on me at home, and I'm just gonna sit in my bed, watch a bunch of shows, maybe some YouTube.
He means weed by
some
gardening
theology
stuff.
videos, and I'm gonna chill.
He does.
I come out to get my gardening supplies, and here's another car full of these no good, ugly, raggedy motherfuckers. And you people wonder why there are people in our race that hate us, in our own race. How do you hate niggas if you a nigga like this? Just like this. I hate you motherfuckers.
Facts.
Passionately. If I could Thanos the entire race out of existence, I would. And I don't give a fuck who's mad because, as I've said before, you people cause me more problems than any other race.
Right there, guys. That's how I am. Guys, put
Facts.
a 1 in the chat if you're black and you agree. Hell, put a 1 if you're white and you agree. Because it's true. Because it's true, guys.
Yep.
Because it's true. At work, at school, and my personal life, all my biggest ops have always been black. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's funny. So everyone here knows that I work for Pearl's channel full time, and she's always like, "Man," I say, "Man, it must be hard being a woman sometimes." She's like, probably as hard as it is for you being black sometimes. And it's funny because black people and women as a whole, they have the exact same. There's so many issues that are parallel. How they vote, the majority, too many women voted for knucklehead Harris and these freaking Democrat parties, just like black people. Usually, women, it's not a man who's your worst enemy; it's another woman. Black people are the same way. Honestly, the foolishness is parallel a lot of the times.
Yeah, it's true.
Next, it'd be ghetto Mexicans. I don't like y'all either. But you fucking black people, you're just so ready to hurt your own kind. But then you got the nerve to get mad at that Asian man because he killed some little black bastard that was in his store acting a fool, I guess.
Damn.
He's had it, guys. He's had it.
Yeah.
He's had it.
And I just don't care. Because every time I look at one of you motherfucking mugshots, I'm like, oh, yeah, he did it. He did it. Because y'all drive.
Now, there's some zesty stuff he says here in a little bit, but we'll just ignore that. Okay?
You all look the same. You all got that ugly ass fucking dreadhead look. And you're just walking around looking how to torment your own people. And before y'all Uncle Tom get to Uncle Tomming, I'm not the one driving around actively hunting other black people to hurt.
There you go.
Y'all get so butthurt when somebody outside of our race guns us down, but then y'all are so ready to do it yourselves. You're so ready to do it yourselves. Turn that shit on the people that put you in that position. Don't fuck with me. I don't even gangbang.
We'll skip that.
Yeah, he does.
The best you can do is stay away from me because I'm not sparing feelings. No one ever spared mine. No one gave a fuck when it was me. Y'all don't give a fuck now. Really, as a whole, I'm saying fuck the black community in America. And I'm saying that because y'all do not leave me the fuck alone. I'm never talking to y'all. I'm never trying to be in y'all's face. I don't like y'all. I don't like the look of our lives. I don't like the way black people look even. I don't like us. I don't like us. I have too much PTSD. I'm in trouble now legally behind some niggas. So I really hate us. Gay, straight, or otherwise. Get the fuck away from me. Assume I don't want to talk to you. Okay, just assume I don't want to talk to you. I can't stand you motherfuckers. Y'all are the ugliest people in the world and you're always doing the most jumping around. Got to leave me the fuck alone. No good will come from fucking with me. Leave me alone. I go home and I go to work. That's literally my life. Y'all got to get the fuck out of my face. Y'all can't read. Y'all can't do shit. You can't take care of your kids. You live with your mama. You're ugly. You don't wash your ass because that's gay. So just you're not. There's nothing I don't know why black women even fuck with you. All these black women on TikTok talking about, oh, these niggas. I'm like, how are y'all even attracted to these nasty motherfuckers? How do you even look at one of them and think, oh, I want that. I want to have his baby. How do you look at the average black man in America and think I want to lie next to that? Just the look of a black man, the sound of his voice is enough to make me just and cringe and run away. And then they got the nerve to be like, oh, that gay ass nigga don't try me. No, the fuck I wouldn't. No, the fuck I wouldn't. I would swan dive into hell before I touch a nigga. Like I always said, I don't care if the Lord told me to touch a nigga. I won't do it. I can't stand other black people because all y'all do is cause trouble. I'm just trying to pick up my shit and mind my business. And then you ugly motherfuckers show up every goddamn time to ruin my peace. I get so little in life and I can't even enjoy my peace and quiet because of you people, my own people. Stay the fuck away from me. I hate y'all. I fucking hate y'all. Just go away.
Damn, it's accurate.
We
That's
can't
the most
show that
accurate thing
this
I've
one
ever
chick
heard.
doesn't get
Look at the Twitter.
She drops the hard R though, so I can't show that.
Oh man. Okay. Never mind.
You
Wait,
guys
are you
know
sure
who
it's
I'm
the right
talking
hard
about.
R? Because there's
No,
two
you-
hard R's. Do you want to know what one of them is? It's not the swear.
You guys know what I'm talking about, right? You guys know
No,
what I'm
is the
talking
hard
about?
R the one that says no father? Oh,
This chick here. This is the chick here. Guys, check her out. She is hilarious, man. She is hilarious.
Oh, I follow her on Instagram. We were
Yeah.
I'm trying to see
she's
if she can get on
hilarious,
my
guys.
podcast. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, guys.
She had a real job, but then some freaking Mexican bitches at her job caught her Twitter and got her fired from her job. So she's like, I guess I'm starting a podcast now.
Yeah, I believe it. Yep.
But guys, here we'll skip through this really fast, and then I'll shut this down. But guys, this has to be nug of the year. Right here, watch. Oh, sorry, guys. Well, here, Martae, snowboard. Anything else on this Carmelo thing, and then Andrew Wilson? I mean, like I said, Andrew Wilson, if you're listening, bro, keep up the good work. Fight the good fight. I don't know how you do it. I don't, because you don't even waste your time. Martae, please stop wasting your time going over here.
Probably
I know
last
that.
time.
I know that you like friggin', doing the sonic boom and the flash kick and taking them all of them out. But honestly, you're just wasting time because you have good intentions, you have a good heart, and you're trying to make things better. And these idiots here, they're never going to accomplish anything.
I'll say this, and I bet Doug MPA is going to agree with me if I say this. If you go over to these low-grade channels with Ilkhan Ali and people like that, it actually decreases your value, right?
100%.
You're not only decreasing your value, but you're also probably going to lose viewership as they lose their brain cells. So I think the less that I partake of the substantive content that they have that's lacking of that, I think the better my content's going to go, and you're going to have better content. You're going to actually change more lives and do that. When you go over to their content, all that is just Black Jerry Springer over there, and that's it.
Yeah, 100%.
And for me, just I still can't believe that I saw King Riches on the channel. Like, I don't know what he's. I mean, it's just sad that he has 100,000 subs and he's bottom feeding over there to get. I don't know what he's doing over there, and like Andrew Wilson clowned his ass.
Yeah.
Now I'll support King Riches, but anyway, yeah. If Fatty's an idiot, freaking Ilkhan Ali, like they're just bottom feeding losers, dude.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
here's the thing.
they kicked Myron and Andrew Wilson off. Are you crazy, dude?
Yeah,
Are you
guys?
crazy?
Here's the thing. People who don't have talent have to. If your platform is bringing on people that are more talented than you, it's because you have no talent. Think about it, right? And what's crazy is somehow they did manage to get Anton, Pearl, and larger content creators on there, Jeff St. James, and they burned all those bridges.
You're siphoning people's content.
Yeah, but like I said, Martae makes his own content. He has people on there, but he is talented and makes. I do my own thing over here, guys. I don't need to have larger content creators on here to keep my platform going, and that's the difference between people who have talent and those who don't. So, guys, make sure to here's Steve, and can you please drop Martae's channel in the chat, guys? Go over there. Drop them a sub, and guys, here, check this out.
Yeah.
We'll go through this.
Speaking of which, if you guys can drop me a sub, that'll be good. My content's pretty good, and I go against Black culture all the time, all this, and I'm for men's rights, believe it or not. So if you like any of that content, please give me a follow and like my content as well too. Thank you.
Here we go, guys. That's the sound of the police. And guys, the race card will remain out.
On November 20th, 2023, a Dunwoody police officer on routine patrol observed a vehicle exhibiting alarming behavior. A passenger was trying to jump out of the car while the vehicle was in motion.
Ohio, Georgia, Florida.
The vehicle then ran a red light. The officer initiated a traffic stop. Upon stopping, the male driver immediately exited and began walking away from the scene.
Well.
Bowling, bro. We got come over here. Oh, look, Jada, get her in the car.
Calm down, my man. Come over here. Bro, don't walk away from me, man.
Bro, I haven't done nothing, bro. Me and my girl. I was just love bowling, bro.
For me. Have a seat and calm down. Have a seat and calm down. We saw you coming down the street. Saw you run the light. The door's wide open. Have a seat for me.
Because she's drunk. I'm trying to get home.
But we got to figure out what's going on.
The house right here.
Have a seat, bro.
Guys, so they were driving, and she's like, "Man, you broke anyway." And guys, he said, "Oh, you can," and jaw jacked her ass.
I'll talk to you.
Damn, yes, you see her face. Look right there. You see that? Here, let's make it bigger. Look at this. Damn, you see that?
Damn.
Face?
Yeah.
Man, don't make me throw you again.
Damn.
That's crazy, man.
I know. Someone told her a couple of times.
Come over to the car. I'll talk to you. Come on. You too.
You see how Nug and this chick are acting the exact same?
Yep.
And this is why the black community is cooked.
Calm down. I know. Hey, I've seen the car.
Taylor. Oh, God. Taylor, say swear to God. Jada, say swear to God, bro.
What?
Taylor, say swear to God, bro. Y'all go that lame, man.
What's going on, man?
Is he speaking English?
I don't know.
Guys,
what.
hit the like button, guys. Drop some super chats, please. I appreciate that.
But we just love bowling, but we just drop. She drank his ass. She just swung on me on God. I grabbed her.
They have subtitles.
Wait, what did he just say?
I just realized they have subtitles.
That she swung on him too.
Yeah, bro. Tell me I just jump out the car in the middle. Goddamn, whatever road is it? The house is right, the apartment right here, literally, bro.
Jefferson.
Literally, bro. Bridgetown, perimeter garden, whatever it is, bro. It's literally right there, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I need you to calm down, bro.
I can't calm. That's my girlfriend, bro. She drunk as hell. She tried to fight me while I'm driving, bro. I'm trying to make it home.
Wait, he
just incriminated himself. Yeah.
Yeah, he was drunk and then he was driving. You absolute dunce. Why are they so stupid?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Her best friend in the back seat trying to make sure she get home, bro. Trying to make sure we get to the house. I'm trying to get home, bro.
Okay. So Let's figure this out without you screaming and yelling.
I'm not trying to scream and yell, bro, but this is my girlfriend, bro. Like on some real shit, bro. We really been drinking too much tonight. See what I'm saying?
I got you.
The house is right here. Literally.
Wait, he said
buddy.
we really been drinking. What a fucking idiot.
Keep digging. We get to China, get me some chow mein, you dummy.
Damn.
Hey, do you think he was drinking Mad Dog 2026?
Oh!
He was drinking that St. Ides. That's
James.
You know what's sad? When the police come around, this is a time for you to communicate concisely and effectively.
Or
You
not
understand
at
what I'm
all.
saying?
If the
Yeah.
cops-
Yeah.
If you end up in the police station, you don't know why. Keep your mouth shut. Lawyer. Did you think of anything yet? Yes, lawyer.
Follow the homie. I want to. Literally.
31 start another one.
Man, I don't
Calm down, my man.
I got too much going on. She trying to say all right.
Calm down, my man. Calm down.
But she is drunk.
You see how he's acting like a woman, but he's a man. So he's held to a different standard. Guess how many we've probably watched, I think I did the math, maybe over 10,000 body cam footages on my channel between both of them. And guys, this is usually how B-dubs act. He's acting the same way, except he's a man. And he doesn't realize, man, he'll get jacked up real fast.
Hey, am I lying, bro? She just literally said, I'm finna get him locked up.
No one said you're lying, bro. No one said you're getting locked up. Just relax.
Pull your
bro,
pants
don't walk
up.
away from him, my man.
I'm not trying to walk away. I'm just telling you.
Where's your ID at? Where's your ID at? What's your ID at?
Bro, don't take my ID, bro. I don't know what I got going on.
What?
Stay away from y'all.
That means he's got warrants.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now you're fucked.
That dude, look at that.
Have a seat. I'll talk to you. Have a seat. Have a seat. That's fine. Just have a seat before we calm down, all right? We just don't want all that yelling back and forth in the parking lot, okay? What's going on tonight?
Who's driving? He hit me in my fucking mouth.
Who was in the passenger seat? Because
I was in the passenger seat.
Okay, because the reason
You got her good.
Yeah, and this was
as
a
crazy
total.
as Nug is, guys. A lot of times ass whippings don't fall.
Yeah, I was about to say that
because
This
he
is
was
literally
driving, right? So she was probably in the back talking mess. You know what I'm saying? And he's drunk and he's Nug. So I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying that I can understand how the situation unfolded.
Have we ever thought
you were
come
saying?
to a
Sorry.
conclusion? Maybe she might have deserved it a little bit.
Oh,
Just a
yeah,
little
exactly.
Maybe he was crossing his eyes and dotting his T's. Oh,
little smack, correct a little bit,
Here's the thing: she was in the back seat, he was in the driver's seat, but he looks like the type that can generate a lot of force from a short distance.
Yeah.
She's probably talking all that mess, reached up, started grabbing on him and stuff like that. He turned around and went, wow, right in her mouth.
Yeah.
turned around, was looking for y'all because the door was wide open.
Yes, I try to get out of the car.
And they ran the red light. Who was driving?
Damn, guys.
Flawless victory. Excellent.
Who was driving? All right, you got your ID in just so I can verify you.
Oh man.
I'm gonna grab this. This is the only gun in the car. I'll grab it.
Of course, they have the chopper in the car too. And he said he was driving too. Oops, that means you were in, because he probably he's a felon, so he's going away for that.
Let me get my
It's a
phone.
gun.
Whose weapon is it?
Go run. He should just run away right now.
Oh, he said it's his.
You just need to calm down. At this point, you're being disorderly, and that's what you got to worry about now. We don't even know what's going on here. We got to figure this out.
But she would get following me. I swear to God. I be like that. I said, babe, chill. What are you doing? Bro, I don't know if I hit her face or what, bro. Long story short, bro, she tried to jump out the car, coming down perimeter. Bro, we just left I Love Boat way in Gwinnett, bro. We just got way back over here. She tried to jump out the
Imagine that you're just trying to bowl, and this dunderhead, these two B-dub morons are there.
But
Forget
notice
about,
on the Andrew Wilson panel.
Guys, one at a time.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
Just notice
Go ahead,
on the
Martae.
Andrew Wilson panel when he told them to calm down, they started revving up. He tells him to calm down. The same thing happens. I'm starting to see a pattern here. So,
yeah. Or imagine you're at Olive Garden or someplace like that, you know.
Yeah.
And this is sitting next to you in the booth next to you while you're trying to enjoy your breadsticks and your salad. I'd be
That's a
pissed.
friend, bro. I just tried to grab her. Pull over here.
She hit you or you hit her?
She hit me, bro. But I'm not finna stitch on my girl, bro. Like, this is my girlfriend. We're really in an intimate relationship, bro. God, she just drunk, bro. She just want to, I don't know what's wrong with her. She's mad right now, bro. I'm trying to chill, bro. I'm not trying to be on that shit too, bro.
I got you. Where's your ID?
Shut up!
Bro, calm down.
Hey, I
Where's your
tried these
ID?
folks finna get me up, bro.
Where's your ID at?
Pull your
Bro,
pants
I
up.
told you stop walking
I'm
away
not
from me.
walking away. I'm just thinking right now because like it's a weird, bro.
Look,
Well,
take a step down.
He can't
Take a
run
step down
because
for
his pants are half past his ankles. So
Take a step down for me, man.
So you don't fall.
Sir, I'm not trying.
Listen,
I'm not trying to be rude and nothing like that, bro. But for real, sir, I got a son in Macon, bro. I'm trying to get. I'm just trying to get her home.
Okay.
That's not good news.
Damn.
And her friend finna take me home,
listen to
bro.
me. The
I'm
quickest,
trying to go home,
listen to
bro.
me. The quickest way you get home.
Let's
I'm
get
like,
bed, right?
Tyler, ain't nobody talking to you, so we got to talk about that.
I'm not trying to go to jail. I'm trying to be rude and nothing.
Who you work for? Ma'am. Let
Tyler, shut up.
the officer know that, okay? That's what we're trying to avoid. That's why I separate y'all.
I'm not trying to go to jail.
Calm down. Listen.
Hey guys, in this chat, is there any amount that anyone could pay you to be a cop? No way, dude. No way. Never.
I just heard a unicorn. I heard a black man saying he wanted to go see his son. I've never heard this before. This is just saying, is this AI? Just wondering.
Oh, look at that. Matter of fact, you're gonna get your.
Listen. What's your name? Jacob, listen. Have a seat for me. Just calm down for me, okay? Let me take it.
Why is she freaking out more than the girl who got punched in the mouth?
Here you go. This is. Okay. All right. Where
It's
y'all
always the ugly friend doing the most too, you know?
from again? Taylor?
I love bowling.
Bowling. All right, so what happened? Why did y'all start arguing?
Well, he was talking to some folks in the lane, and he was yelling some folks, and I'm like, Tyler, ain't nobody talking to you, so we got to talk about that.
Whoa. See, call me Jay Stradamus. I told you.
Damn.
I told you. It's probably some white people trying to bowl. Hey, honey, let's go bowling, kids. You want to go bowling? Yay, daddy. Next thing you know, Nugtavius is there. Y'all talking to me?
Yeah, Nugtavius.
Come on, man. What are you doing?
Then I did call him broke. Then he got upset about it.
Call him what now?
I called him broke. I mean, I'm his girlfriend, but I do take care of his so.
See?
Called him broke, and then after that.
Yeah, guys. And of course, see,
Damn.
this is why we always say, well. Because all these idiots always seem to be with Nug. Isn't that funny how that works? And they want to talk bad about the rest of us black men, but then they're always with Nug.
He got upset, hit me in my face. Mm-hmm. He already going past on the highway. She begging him to stop. I'm like, please stop. I just get me home. He was like, I'm gonna shoot. He said, what? I'm gonna shoot.
Look at that.
So of course, I'm like, please just pull.
He's talking about you?
Yes, this is my car.
Okay.
I was gonna take her home with me.
So guys, driving her car drunk with the gun in the car and then punched her in her mouth. See, guys, this is everything wrong with the black community. All in one video. Right here, guys. Everything wrong with it. Insane. And guys, this is her fault for even putting up with this guy in the first place. Say what you want about Asian chicks and a good chunk of white chicks and Middle Eastern chicks. They don't deal with bums. You know what I'm saying? Not on the same level that Asian chicks sure don't, and Middle Eastern chicks sure don't. You know what I'm saying? But these B-dubs, it's like the more broke you are, the more B-dubs you get. And heaven help, if you're a white dude and you're into B-dubs, man, then you can just run the gamut. Even if you're at your mom's house.
I'm not trying to get.
You got your ID on you? You got your ID on you?
Have a seat for me. Have a seat, bro.
So I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I've been drinking, bro. I'm just trying. My health. Our apartment.
It ain't illegal to drink. Worried about your drink. Have a seat for me. Just have a seat.
Sir, I'm not running. I'm not going nowhere.
I didn't say you were going anywhere.
No, tell me sit down. I'm scared to sit down because I done be like so many times. I don't want to go back to jail, bro.
Of course, he said I already been arrested so many times. Look at that, guys.
AJ, you like facts, right?
Yeah.
So there's a fact I challenge anybody in your chat. I'll pay them $100 if they can find out if I am indeed false about this. But in the last 11 years, there's never been one recorded case legitimately where a white person has ever raped a grown black female. Never happened. But if you look on the opposite side, there's been thousands in a year. Thousands in a year. Yep.
I'm sure that it happens. It's just very, 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 very
no,
rare.
not even one recorded case in 11 years where a white person has raped a black adult woman. But if you look at the inverse, there's been 300, probably thousands within a year, but yet 11 years for white people never happened.
Yeah,
crazy.
Interesting.
Put your hand behind your back. Hand behind your back.
Jada!
You're being detained right now.
Why am I being detained, bro?
Because you won't calm down.
I'm sitting down. Please.
Hey, put your hand behind your back. You understand me?
Oh my God.
It's time!
They should have done this from the jump. Dummy.
What are we telling you?
I'm sorry.
No, you're not.
I swear to God, I got a son, but I just got out. I'm trying to stay out of trouble, bro.
Well, you're doing a real piss
I don't have a warrant. I'm finna piss on myself. I'm telling you, I'm scared, bro. I'm trying to sit there. But I had to pee. I couldn't sit down, bro.
Piss poor job.
I had to pee because I couldn't.
Follow one direction.
I said, I had to be drunk so I couldn't sit down, sir. And now y'all just don't know time for me, bro.
Well, I tell you what, here, hey, piss yourself. I don't care. I don't care.
Guys, this is going under base cops. I have a whole playlist of base cops, guys. These are base cops. And guys, probably on Friday night we'll do 50304's body cam, the first of the year greatest hits, because we do it twice a year. We look at all the really good ones from the 6 months.
I just gave my ID and everything, so I'm trying to sit.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I'm sorry.
You're being rude by not following simple instructions.
I was finna sit down. Something. I was trying to put my pants on.
All right.
Bro, I sat down.
Let's skip ahead, guys.
I was joking at first, but
Okay.
I'm sorry, I'm racist.
The way he was yelling at people, he was process. All right, so let's pick back up. All right, y'all driving on the highway. He was yelling at people.
No, okay, so at people at the bowling alley.
Of course he was.
I'm like, Tyler, why are you doing that? I was joking at first, but
okay.
I'm sorry, I'm racist and offensive. Basically,
Death. He knocked her braces off her face.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Damn.
Yelling at people at the bowling alley. They wasn't paying him no attention. We get in the car. She's trying to tell him to calm down, like stop entertaining the people. Like they're not paying him no attention. He get in the car. He's mad because she's like, "You broke. You're doing all this extra stuff, and you broke."
I did go. We did go
But
out.
she did not hit him. She did not put her hands on him at all.
Okay.
He hit her twice.
Where did he hit you? I see the nose, mouth, and the nose.
Put her in the chokehold.
While he's driving. Now, guys, do you think that they're going to break up over this? Yes or no, guys? In the chat, yes or no? Do you think that they're going to break up over this, Martae?
I would say no. It's probably going to strengthen their crazy relationship, to be honest.
Of course not, yeah. And guys, what's going to happen in about 10 months is you're going to see her on the news because he's going to take her ass out. You know what I'm saying? It sucks, but that's just the way it works.
Driving the car,
That's when I did try to jump out the car.
and she tried to jump out the car because I understood she was scared. I was scared too.
How did he choke you? Like, was it like this or was it like
It
around?
was. Let me show him. It was like this.
Get off me!
I'm sorry.
AJ,
get off me!
AJ, I have a question for you, AJ.
She's like, get off me! Don't choke me.
AJ, I have a question for you. And I just thought about this. And I'll tell you this. This is a belief that I just held right now. A lesbian relationship and a relationship between a black and a B-dub are the same. Tell me how I'm wrong.
Wait, say again?
A lesbian relationship and a relationship between a black and a B-dub are the same. Tell me how I'm wrong.
Yes, that's true. That's true. Yeah, those are total parallels.
High domestic violence rates.
Yeah, yeah.
Bad.
It's true.
Yeah.
And guys, the only thing worse than a black man and a black woman who are nug is a stud and a friggin' black lesbians. Oh,
lesbian
boy,
relationship.
guys,
Yep,
come
same
on.
same
Ladies
thing.
and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble.
But it was like that.
Did he restrict your airflow while he
No.
was choking? Okay.
I'm just trying to. I really try to get in the back. That's when we start slowing down. I did try to jump out the car.
That's why the door was open. She was trying to get away.
Code 10.
No, golly, bro. Follow simple instructions. I'm feeling. I gotta use the restroom, Sam. I'm not trying to be.
You stay on the car.
I'm right here, bro. Literally, bro. I'm be honest. I don't want to be detained and shit like that because, bro, I literally just got out of jail, bro.
Of course.
I'm trying to stay out the way, bro.
Yep. What'd you get out of jail for?
Bro, a woman lied and said I hit her. I never hit her.
Oh, please,
You've been
man.
had, bro. You've been took.
Damn,
You've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok.
Come on. I never hit her. I just hit this one. Come on, dude. Come on.
I swear to God, bro. And then today, bro, I swear to God, on my, bro, you guys her friends the witness, but she,
Have
bro,
a seat.
y'all get my girl sobriety test, y'all see she drunk as, bro. She just
So
what?
what?
You're drunk too.
home.
Put your feet in.
Damn. Per capita strikes
Lock
again.
your truck up. Were you in the car too?
Yes.
You're in the back.
Yes. I was in the car.
So you're the one that had the door hanging open.
I was trying to get a passenger. I was scared.
You see how the ugly ones always trying to make it about her. See, guys, this is the twisted thing that girls do. Guys, put a 1 if you see, you notice this, how there's always a cuter one and then her ugly friend, right? And then that's always trying to do the most.
Attention's currency.
He's like, you gotta buy both of us drinks.
Yep.
This is the type of chick that's a total just dirty mac and cock blocking. You know what I'm saying? It's horrible, you know?
My face hurting.
Can I see your face?
Damn.
How long you been with him?
No,
He said he just got out of jail for hitting a woman. Was it you?
no, it was another female. I literally
So why are you with him?
Damn.
I try to not swear, guys. What the fuck is going on, man?
Crazy.
This is crazy.
in the car trying to talk, but I'm not talking to you. I'm like, you just hit me in my face and you did it twice.
I think it's an ego thing. This you trying to talk about me.
Little
Friends. It's like it's never that serious. You don't put your hand on no one.
Can you come over here real quick? Talk to me real quick. Who had the gun?
He did.
What he say with the gun? What he's gonna do with the gun?
Shoot this bitch in her face tonight. And I said, you're not going to do that. Not
Did
while I'm
he point it at her?
Oh, and what are you
He
gonna do
had it
about
in
it?
his hand at the time when he said it. He just said it. I don't think he meant it. I just think he said it out of anger because he was upset about the things that she was saying. But
Where were y'all at when he said that?
in the car driving,
What part? What road were you on?
we were on the highway. I can't remember what road.
I have a child, so I'm trying to get home. My house is right. That's her.
Does your child listen better than you?
Oh!
Gotcha. Gotcha.
That's what I thought.
Always a shit, bro. I'm finna be. Bro, every time I look up, bro, I'm like, how the f this girl trying to get me locked up? Like, what the f? You just go for loving just trying to get me locked up. I'm trying to save you.
Do you guys see how crazy this dude is? I'm telling you guys.
Doing too much, shawty. Like, be for real, bro. We just trying to get home, bro. We just trying to make it to the house, bro. I gotta use the bathroom, bro. Jada, I ain't got no money right now. You trying to get me locked up, shawty? What the? Why the f even go out, bro? Why do you even have me with you? I'm just being honest, bro.
No accountability, just like a woman. That's how you know he was raised by a single mom, you know?
I'm just being for real, bro. I don't want to have no interest with these folks. You know that, shawty. What the f? That's f***ed up, bro. That's crazy as f***. Please, bro. What the f?
Look at him crying. Crying like a little girl.
Oh, yeah, bro.
Yeah, crazy.
Bro, Jada! Jada!
Lesbian.
Yeah.
That's what this is. He's a butch.
I can't breathe!
Oh, of course. We knew that was coming, right, guys? Look at this guy.
Beta male.
Come on.
Help! Please help me! Man, what you doing? Man, hey, can I get some help, please, bro? Oh my. Bro, I have her keys in my pocket, bro.
I don't have my keys.
He has your keys.
I'm here, bro. Be honest, bro.
Yeah, you go, Jeff.
Why, bro? Can't be honest. Sir,
Yeah, you gonna yell at me though. You ain't gonna yell at me.
I'm not trying to yell.
So lower your tone. Look at her keys. Get back in.
No, can I get out and talk, please? I'm not gonna rob. I just want to talk to you, please, bro.
Shut up. Thank you.
Dang.
Here you go.
Crazy.
That's all he has of yours.
She can't
Is your
drive
keys.
because she's drunk. Listen to how loud he is screaming.
No, Taylor, why did you do me like this, Taylor? Why? Why did you do me like this?
He did it to himself.
Why did you do me like this, Taylor? Taylor, why? Taylor, why? Shut up! Don't take that in my trunk.
Yo, guys, give these cops a round of applause. These are probably the most base cops that we've seen in forever. Let's go.
Shut up! I'm talking about turn around. Hey, y'all be so. Bro, my arms, my foot is stuck. My foot is stuck. Bro, I'm not doing nothing, bro. I'm not even doing nothing, bro. I'm not even doing nothing. Stay in the car. I'm not even doing. I gotta pee, bro. I have to pee, bro. My foot is stuck. My foot, bro. What? My foot in the door. My foot.
Damn, this is crazy.
Taylor, why did you do me like this?
You see how he's like a chick, how he can just turn off the crying? I tell you, this is not a man.
Nah, it's not
This
gonna be the
is a
last time
chick.
he puts his hands on a woman either, too. Just be
Yeah. Oh
honest.
no.
Yeah.
Are you kidding? The more he does it, the more chicks he's gonna get. You
Yeah.
understand? That's how it always works. You guys know felons have like 47% more children than non-felons do. You know what I'm saying?
Beta male.
Bro, what are you doing, bro? My foot stuck. My foot in the door. My
Shut
foot is
up.
stuck in the door. I'm not playing. I swear to God, my foot in the door. My foot in the door, bro. I don't want to be locked up, bro. My foot in the door, bro. My foot in the door.
No emotional
I'm not
regulation.
acting up, bro. I'm chilling, bro. I'm chilling. Bro, I am chilling, bro. My foot is stuck, bro. I wasn't playing, bro. I was playing. But this my, bro. You
All right, listen.
Bro, you a black male, bro. You know how to.
All right,
There you go. Oh, you're black. You're supposed to treat me better. You're supposed to put up with my foolishness. Look at
You
that.
gonna listen to me or you
Yes,
gonna
sir.
keep talking?
Please, sir.
All right.
Can you walk me to the corner so I pee?
We're finna take you over to the bathroom. All right.
Sir, can
Listen. All right. You'll be under arrest tonight. Okay.
Why,
All right. Listen. Stop talking. All right.
Sir, can I ask you a
You're going to jail for battery.
Why am I going to
Okay. All right. She does have visible marks to her face.
Bro,
Be quiet. I don't want you to talk right now.
I'm not lying to you. Bro, that's a friend, bro. I swear to God. But she swung on me. Officer, I swear to God.
You talking.
If y'all pull my name, I'm listening.
Okay,
I'm
be
listening.
quiet.
I'm listening.
Be quiet.
Can you hear me out though?
Be quiet. You're going to jail for battery. She does have visible marks to her face. Be quiet. All right. I am going to write your citation for running the red light right there in front of me. All right. And you will be going to jail for terrorist threats and acts, okay?
How I do a terrorist threat? What I say? I didn't say nothing wrong.
Cooked.
Yeah.
Cooked.
They're stacking the ticket against him.
I didn't do that, bro.
Good.
I haven't done nothing. That's a felony, bro.
Watch your legs for me.
Why am I having terrorist
Watch your legs.
Sir.
Obviously, this is not his first rodeo.
Can
Either watch your legs, they're going to be in the door.
Can you please tell me? Can you please tell me? Be honest with you. What did I do? Terrorist threat? What did I say? Please be honest. Just be honest with me right now.
Watch your legs.
On your camera. Tell me on your camera. What did I say about terrorist threat?
You're going to jail for terrorist threats and acts due to you saying you were going to kill this.
I never said I would kill. I
You were gonna shoot her in the face.
When did I say
That's
that?
the words you said.
I don't even have a gun, bro.
Oh,
You don't need a gun.
They found a gun in the driver's seat of the car.
Yeah.
Led astray. Run on
she was driving and they found the gun in the driver's seat. They already had it. And then she said it was his.
Whose gun is that then?
I never even told her. What?
Your girl's on the floorboard.
Bro, who the said that? I never said that to her. I swear to God, bro. I'm my mama. But if y'all put my name, y'all would see. But I literally just got out of jail in September, bro.
Guys, it's November 20th.
Oh well.
I didn't even last a month.
I don't have no business.
Simple battery.
I don't have no business having
Simple battery.
Bro, a girl.
What's simple battery? Sand Springs.
Yes,
that's all.
Can I please voice my word, bro? And like y'all just heard her friend, bro. My girl literally, I swear to God, bro, she's drunk, bro. I literally told her, babe, I'm finna go to the house, I'm finna grab your friend out, you can take me home. I'm finna go home. She got mad on the expressway and swung on me, bro. I reached over the fucking driver's seat and said, babe, chill the fuck, why you hitting? I'm on the expressway. Even y'all, that's her friend even said, y'all on the expressway, y'all tripping, y'all arguing. This could we do a couple.
I talked to her friend, man. I talked to her.
I don't for real.
But listen. You keep acting up and
I'm not.
Stop talking for a second. Let someone talk. You keep kicking around in the backseat. I'm going to wrap you in a device that constricts you, and you're gonna be laying out in the back of the car.
They're gonna put him in the burrito.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite things, dude. Is when they put him in the burrito.
You know what they call that? They call that a 4-point restraint. There's a technical name for it. Yeah, it's called a 4-point restraint. I put people in 4-point restraints before. Crazy.
I hope you put some. I hope you use some Taco Bell sauce when you're at it.
Yeah.
Stop kicking before you getting wrapped up.
First of all, I'm trying to tell you what. First of all, this wrist right here is backwards. Second of all,
well, that's because you were resisting.
Bro, second of all, I wasn't resisting. I was staying still, bro. Y'all are trying to just get a case, bro. Y'all trying to do me bad right now.
We're gonna put your obstruction on you if we're trying to get you for a case for resistance.
That's what I'm saying.
He never said you were on arrest for obstruction. He said you were on arrest for battery and terroristic threats.
He just said
watch your leg.
I never said that.
Watch your leg.
Move your leg.
Watch your leg. Watch your leg.
Move your leg.
It's sad, bro. It's sad as bro. I ain't trying to be funny, bro. It's real though. Can I leave tell my girl bye, bro? Can I leave tell her bye?
Damn, you punched her in the face.
I just want to say bye, bro. I ain't finna cuss her none of that. So if I cuss her, y'all give me another charge, bro.
The other cop gave her a ride home already.
No, she in her car right there.
No, they're gone. They're not there. You can't drive.
So y'all didn't give what the hell? That's crazy, bro. Officer, bro, I literally just got out of fucking jail, bro. Y'all finna violate me, bro. Y'all trying to violate me right now, bro. I literally pulled up so the girl cannot fight while I'm driving, bro. What the fuck, bro? And I swear to God, every time I try to be a good nigga, bro, it never works, bro. It never works, bro. It never works.
This guy's delusional.
It never fucking works, bro. Just be your fucking self. Fat. Don't even try to be right for these bitches, bro.
Gaslighting is crazy here.
Crazy as hell, bro. Then y'all think this is a fucking game or something, bro. This is my life, bro. I got a 1-year-old son, bro. I'm not trying to fight no fucking bitch, bro. You know that shit, bro. And then you trying to show out for these white boys, bro. Crazy as hell, bro. You trying to show out so you can give me terrorist threat, bro. You ain't hear me say nothing like that, bro.
Yeah.
You know you ain't hear me say nothing like that, bro. You know you ain't hear that shit, bro. Oh, lying like a motherfucker, nigga, bro. That's lame, bro. I want your bad number and your name, bro. God, that shit lame, bro. You know that shit fucked up, bro.
That's crazy.
This guy, he seems like he's mixed, and his mom was white, and his dad was Nug, who left, and she raised him on her own in the hood. So he's trying to like act out and be hella ghetto to like try and have some identity. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you trying to talk to my girl too? I say.
Well, he's calling the guy.
You're trying to talk to my girl.
He's calling
that.
him a race
Talk to
traitor.
my girl too.
That's what he's
Lame,
doing
man.
too.
Yo, ass think they gonna get you that girl. That girl don't want you, but she gonna be right there on my mama. When I go in jail, she working in jail. She gonna make sure I'm straight in that motherfucker. Yo, lame, man. Trying to give me a fake ass charge. She trying to terrorist. I ain't said to this from my witness. He cool as hell. He think he's so tough. You think you so tough, don't you? Give it a buck. You think you tough as hell. He think he tough as hell, boy. I'm stuck in that motherfucker. I'm too busy, little
Dumbass.
Yep.
He was charged with battery, terroristic threats, and running a red light, and was subsequently booked into DeKalb County Jail.
What an idiot. All right, you guys. You know, this is why I avoid morons just like that. You know, people like Martae, Rajai, Keyshawn, all you guys. You know what I'm saying? We have to separate ourselves from idiots just like that. Seriously, the black community will not fix itself until there's a clear schism between Nug, Glocktavia, and the rest of us.
If you notice in the video, then he cared about his son. It's an arbitrary position for this black guy to be like, oh, then I care about my son. But you didn't care about him when all this stuff was going on. And then when a guy was actually assimilating into our country's culture, being an officer and upholding the law, you're now going to call him a race traitor, Uncle Tom. Oh, you're trying to side with white people and all this. There's just division. And it's like when it doesn't work out, you should be right. But all of a sudden, anything wrong is now, it's like opposite world. So when this happens with Austin Metcalf getting stabbed, now Carmelo Anthony's the victim. So it's arbitrary. They don't have any rules on what morality is or what that even looks like. It's just crazy. This is dumb culture, to be honest with you. It's crazy.
Yep, and then it's always moving the goalpost.
From goalpost to goalpost.
Slavery, Jim Crow, blah, 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 blah.
Victim
At some
card.
point, yeah, you got to put your big boy pants on. You got to make it work. Because guys, like I said, I will grant everything that these goofballs say. Let's just grant that all white people are racist and systematic. What can you do about it? You can do. There's two things: nothing and like it. Right? You can either do nothing or you can work and win. That's it. And I, Martae, myself, we choose to work and win. That's just how it works. That's how it works, guys. You guys know who don't care about politics? Asians. Why? Because Asians have money. I always say, guys, what would the Asians do? Because if you're successful, guys, what does it matter? It doesn't matter who your governor is. It doesn't matter who your school board people are. It doesn't even matter who the president is. Get your money game right. Guys, surround yourself with good people. Move to an area that fits your politics more. You can pay less taxes, and you're ready to go. So
You know how I know you're right? Because when you walk into an Asian store, they're going to follow me around all the time because of this whole consistency of black people still all the time. But you know what's never going to happen? Asian shops aren't going to shut down because they've been shoplifted out of businesses. That's why you get followed around, and they prevent that from happening. But you see white shops, they don't do that. They trust black culture too much, and they get shut down because they've been shoplifted out of business. So
but in general, though, look at Asians. If in general all black people stop going to Asian businesses, they'll be fine.
Yeah, they'll be okay.
And let's be honest, they're not going to stop going. You think Boom Keisha is gonna stop getting her nails done? Please.
Or her weave put in?
Yeah, or weave put in. Yeah. So guys, Martae is gonna do a debate here in 2 weeks. We'll probably cover that. Martae, can you please let everyone know what you have coming up here? Because do you have any debates coming up?
Yes, I have 2 debates where I'm going to be outnumbered with me and a guy named Jake Barr, who got banned from Fatty's channel because of a stupid thing a long time ago. And I have another outnumbered debate I'm doing. And I'm also involved in Word War debate. I'm basically kicking ass right now. Hopefully I win the whole thing and get a contract for doing debate and everything else. Yes. Follow the channel, hit the like. If you like men's rights advocate and you're anti-feminism and you're a patriot, follow my channel right now and hit the like button as well while you're at it. Salute.
Yeah.
If you're a patriot, I love you. So let's do it.
Thanks, guys. Well, yeah, guys, we'll have Martae on more. You know what I'm saying? He's a friend of mine. And guys, once again, the reason why his channel's growing, he means well. He has a good heart, guys. You know, and we are once again this new crop of guys that are coming up. All the pickup artists, all the guys selling the courses on how to get women or get rich. All those guys are gone, right? Now we have guys that give us space to exchange ideas. We laugh, we have fun, but we think critically. And this is a type of content that a lot of guys want to see now. So, all right, you guys, appreciate you.
Sounds good.
Easy. All right, guys.
Take it easy,
Thanks,
Jay.
Martae. Bye.
Let's see. Okay, going back to the channel here. Hey guys, how's it going? Hopefully you guys enjoyed the content so far. I had to go ahead and react to some of the things, but as far as the police content, that's crazy. Like I even asked AJ, I said, what's the difference between a black man and a black woman in a relationship? How's that any different from a lesbian relationship? Because the guy is going to be extremely emotional and act out of character, and the woman's going to be a black woman who's going to delete her child, create all these physical altercations, talk back because she's a strong black woman and all this. There's no difference. Let's be honest. A black relationship with a man and woman in modernity is the same thing as a lesbian relationship. It's highly emotional, highly volatile, and physically active, not in the good way where cops are getting called and all this other shit. So let's think about this. So yes, like Relentless says, smash the like button if you guys like the channel. I'm probably not going to be monetized for this content because it's involving like the race relations and the whole surrounding the whole N-word thing. But if you guys like, send a super chat in and support the channel so that way I can keep the lights on. As you know, I probably have a debate coming up with Fatty because Fatty's been dying to get me on his channel. He's been blowing up my DMs, but I've been saying, I don't have that much time for you. We make time for things that we think are important, but I don't want to be on his channel too much because my value is going to go down. I'd rather be on channels like AJ's or somebody else covering real content instead of battling wits with people who can't even formulate a sentence because their comprehension levels through the basement. Like I said, if you guys are a patriot and you support good American content that backs up the standard, matter of fact, to be honest, this is probably going to sound controversial, but I'm leaning towards white nationalism, believe it or not. The reason why is because there's nothing left in the black community for me to hold on to. What, barbecues? If you don't even have barbecues, what else is there? What, flavor food? You think white people don't have barbecues too? Think about Texas. When they have ribeye steaks and barbecues, you don't think Texas gets down when it comes to white people and barbecues? So get the fuck out of here when it comes to that. If it comes to black culture and black culture disappeared off of the map, what can we hold on to that's of any value? I'll wait. If anybody in the chat or anybody out there who watches this content can tell me if the pros and the cons of keeping the black community around, and why shouldn't Thanos snap it out of existence if I ever had the chance, what would be the negatives of happening? What, crime would go down? Planned Parenthood would have less business? Just think about this, right? 91% of black women voted for Kamala Harris. Already a net negative. So it's like, I can't fathom. This is why I hold this stance right now. And if there was ever a civil war, I'd be with my white brothers. You can call me a race traitor all you want to. You can call me Uncle Tom and all this. I give two shites about that. What I do care about is the preservation of whatever we call democracy in the past, because it's been bastardized by American modern culture of warped immigrants that come in and try to change our culture. I'm highly against that. So if you are an American patriot and you support the founding fathers of America and you support Christ and you say Christ is God like I do, click the like button and support the channel. Become a member today and also sub as well too. God bless everybody. Like I said, Christ is God. And if you're hearing me right now, I mean what I'm saying, and I will fight to the death so that way you can have your freedom of speech. So that way you can even say the N-word if you want to, because nobody should be threatened and have their life threatened because they say a word. This is the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. Blacks killing somebody because they say a word. If I was Roma and you called me a gypsy, that's a slave word. I should be put to death for that, right? But we don't see that happening. Yet blacks will say that a word created by white people should only be used by blacks. Hold on for a second. Think about what I'm saying. A word created by white people can only be used by blacks. Matter of fact, if there are any black people out there in the audience listening right now, what language am I speaking? Oh, white. I'm usually in debates with people. You guys have seen debates of mine, right? If I'm arguing with somebody and using skills in rhetoric, I'm probably going to use the Socratic method. Socratic meaning Socrates. Was Socrates a white man? So you mean to tell me that the tools we use in debates, we was debaters? Were they from black people? No, these were white people that created the tools for debates. So even the very premise of us arguing and trying to find a philosophical approach around this conundrum that we create is from a white creation. That's a white product. So when we think about this, like I said, you guys can call me all the race traitors you want to, but think about what I'm saying for a second and use some logic. Nothing of what I'm saying is illogical at all. Like, this is all. So when I do a debate with Fatty over these words, mind you, the guy's not even American. This is what I'm talking about. We have a problem in America right now. It is a race problem. Yes, I'm going to say it's a race problem, and all this points to a culture that once wiped off the map. If I could Thanos snap, I ask before I leave this podcast today in this thing with a question: what would be the negative ramifications for America if I Thanos snap black culture out of America? Would crime decrease? Would the deletion of babies by Planned Parenthood decrease? Would comprehension levels suddenly go up? Would property values of homes go up because when black Americans move in, property value goes down? Would stores be robbed out of existence because they go bankrupt because blacks are robbing stores that much? Would Walmart have plastic containers to say, all right, I'll use the keys to unlock the shampoo that gets theft out of existence that we have to lock it up, thus turning Walmart into another prison? We're literally creating more of a prison society when whites can't walk down streets, or even other blacks that are conservative like me. I can't walk down street at night because of other people from my own community want to rob, pillage, and steal us out of existence. They're creating a prison. Now I have to stay at home at night. Now I have a curfew. That's a prison. That's what blacks are creating, another prison. Like, I feel like if I have a wife, I have a conjugal visit because she visits me now because I live in this prison world. Think about how the absurdity, right? The absurdity of the levels of world that we're creating in this first world society because we're allowing immigrants to come in. Arab immigrants and African immigrants are raping women in Europe. There's a whole rape case thing that's going on right now. Somebody tried to behead somebody in Belfast in broad daylight. Nobody tried to stop them. Yes, this is what liberalism gets you. It gets you a guy that's deaf who's now blind now because his eyes got gouged out. This is a travesty. We need to stop this and hold the front before this gets to American soil and turns out as bad as France does, mind you, which is a frying pan and is on fire. Let me stop and pay mind to the comments because I'm ranting too much. All right, let's go check this out. All right, let's go look at the comments real quick. Democrats would probably lose their largest voting base. Yeah. I wouldn't recommend Fatty's channel. Super biased. Yes. Fatty's channel is extremely biased when it comes to all this. Like, we have to really look at the broad spectrum of everything. When I show up on the panel, why is it me versus everybody else? When I ask them what's wrong with the logic and the rhetoric that I have, I'll ask them this. I'll say, okay, what's wrong with me using per capita because you guys are saying it's racist? Oh, so it all points to math being racist. None of this makes sense. This is always when I go to Fatty's panel. That's just a fraction of an example that I can point it out to you. Christ is black. Even if he was or wasn't, to me, I think that's not even a talking point. The color's the least thing that I'm thinking about when it comes to my salvation. And I would actually suggest that it should be the last thing people think about when it comes to their salvation, because if color is going to be I don't even think that would be a barrier for entry for anybody else when we talk about Christianity or anything like that. I think it should be like the last thing we think about. I don't think color is something we can like demarcate when it comes to any thoughts or notions about entering the gates of heaven or Christianity. To me, that I don't know. I'm like really trying hard to be good faith and like process that. By the way, what do you say? Did not the Black Christ debate in the synagogues as well as Paul? You keep referring to him as Black Christ. That's the problem too, is we're always referencing race. We need to get away from that. That's why I say culture instead of race. So when I say race problem, I'm talking about the culture, the bad culture that is, it's not a color that makes people rob certain things. It's a culture that gets shut down, where you have plastic dividers where they have to unlock something to where you can get hair products. This is crazy. Mind you, remember I brought up the stat earlier of the show when I was saying that suntan lotion or sunscreening lotion is the least robbed and stolen product in stores. That tells you something, right? I can infer something without having to tell you that it's a race issue. This is primarily culture. So when we talk about Christ created a church and left us a church, and this is people, which is the culture. Culture is downstream from theology, right? We would admit this, right? So if we think about this, like race is like, really trivial stuff. I think liberals want to focus on race more than anything else. I will talk about culture. It's pervasive culture that comes to America that wants to divide, further split things. This would be like Islamist culture. This would be anything antithetical to Christianity. Mind you, in New York right now, we have Muslim patrols. I'm going to put out a short pretty soon to where we have Muslim people in New York telling people that they can't drink in certain sections of the city. No, this is really happening. So Islam is a legalistic religion, right? Everybody agree with me on this. It's legalistic, so we're literally changing laws and bylaws to map onto like what people can or can't do. This is adjacent to Sharia law, and that's why I'm against that too. So there's so many reasons why I'm against this. Just crazy. All right, back to the I see. Good Lord, you guys are at it a little bit. So can't wait for you to debate Fatty. It's always great to watch. Yeah, I know. It's either going to be Fatty and that somebody in the chat talked about me debating that goat guy. That guy really didn't make any sense. And he sounds like he could be easily pissed off and triggered just by simple logic. So I do look forward to that as well, too. That's going to be a good debate. Also, you guys can look forward to my debate in Word War Debate. To be honest, I think I'm probably going to win the whole thing. Because the winner gets a contract, they get the grand prize, whatever. I could care less about any of that stuff. I just want to pivot things to the culture, to where we're moving it into good space and a good place where we need it. We're patriots, proud patriots that support this channel, and everybody else, goodwill to you and your families. Says, yet you use colors to describe a color. No, what I'm using it as a referent. A descriptor is different. When we talk about this, it's a referent to it. It points to a certain thing, meaning that the common denominators, they happen to be black, yet it's the culture that needs to be changed. Because if we look at this, per capita is a great example of like, okay, we don't have to take color ed to this, right? But per capita, it's a culture. 13% that causes most of the violent crimes. And if we look at this, per capita destroys the argument. We can take color out of this. Yet this is why blacks, I'm not saying you, Gwandi, but I'm saying blacks in general will say that math is racist, just like Fatty's panel and these other panels, which doesn't make any sense. Like, honestly, really doesn't make sense. That's why when we have people like Tariq Nasheed, who's a black community leader, like he says he is, would never debate me on YouTube. He wants to debate me on X when he could push the mute button 50 million times and kick me and do all this other shady tactics. But when I tell him, no, debate me on YouTube with a neutral moderator, he wouldn't even step foot in here. Why? Because per capita destroys his arguments. And then I have 8 other points, not talking points, but 8 other points that destroy any argument that he has, because he's a sloganeering machine. He likes slogans a lot. He'll say this because it's a talking point he's heard, but then when I have a debate with him, he'll get wrecked. That's why he doesn't want to see me in the arena of debate. That's one thing that'll happen. Red Door Woman says, being indigenous, I love my culture. Yes, as you should. Yeah, I think it's good to like your culture, but there's a culture that can't love their culture. Being European, can whites say that they have pride in their culture? No, because automatically that's racist for them to have any pride in their European culture. It's crazy. But blacks we can say that we are proud black. What a double standard we yield in America. That's crazy. So the reason why I do debates is to destroy this dumbass rhetoric we have of double standards of saying, well, whites can't be proud of their culture, but blacks can be. All we're doing is creating white silence. And when we create white silence, we create this double standard where we're now, and this is going to sound controversial of me to say this, we're actually trying to create a new slave class. Yeah. White numbers are going down. DEI is racist towards white people. We tell whites to shut up. They can't use a word that they themselves created. And I can go on. All this is leaning to putting whites in a box in America. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. We're putting whites in a box in America. That's what we're doing. If whites can't walk out at night in a neighborhood and they're subjected to stay at home because they don't look like they're accepted by a culture that can shoot, rob, and pillage them, how are they not in a box? That's like 1 out of 50 examples I can give you. Language is policed by blacks to whites. Movement is restricted. You think about this. Like, we're creating a prison inside of America for a certain subset of individuals that's diminishing and decreasing. So it's like, I don't know. But anyways, those are my 2 cents. I know I have a lot of talking points here. It's probably going to piss off a lot of people who are going to call me Coons, Uncle Toms, whatever this is. And yes, I'm hopefully against the Muslim culture. I don't care who, like, I don't care what you think. I'm against it, man. Like, you guys, during the Crusades, the reason why we had to have a crusade is because it was a last-ditch effort because you guys were trying to exterminate us. Muslims are trying to exterminate Christians. You think that's what I want here? It's incompatible with anything in the United States. Incompatible. New York, they're trying to promote Sharia law. Nobody supports this here. If you're an American citizen and you want to drink anywhere, you're going to be told by anybody that's Muslim, you can't do this. In Europe, if you call a Muslim a bacon eater, you get arrested. Literally, this is Muslim ideology. Muslim ideology, when left unattended and you let them write the rules and everything else, you end up with no free speech in UK. That's what we're happening. That's what we have here. It's just getting out of control and ridiculous. That's why I'm against that. If you think about the Jays, and I'm probably, I want to be careful because I don't want to get my channel shut down. The Jays and the Muslims, they're friends right now. And all of them are antithetical to Christianity. They are. Like, one will give allowance to the other, not put any stop gaps or speed bumps, so that way they can run through the Christians, so that way the Jays can be like, I didn't touch them. I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you. It's them. Come on. You guys are like co-opting each other. This is really, really ridiculous. If anybody tells me I'm lying and they don't see this, you're blind. You live under a rock. I see this, and I'm going to comment on a little bit more on this. But knowing me, I have to articulate in such a way where YouTube doesn't restrict my content, ban me, wipe my whole channel, all that. Like, it's ridiculous. This is what I'm pointing to. My language has to be police for YouTube. How did we get here? Because we're giving too many groups permission to just run the gamut when it comes to our own laws and everything else. This tells you that we don't have the patriotic rule that we should, to be honest. We don't really have the rule that we should. We are the baddest country on the block. Yeah. By what standard? Not fully enough. We're the baddest block we should be. If we're the baddest country on the block, we should have free total speech. We should, maybe not exactly absolute, but we should have more free speech, more reign to talk about our belief system. We can't even do that. Because the moment you say something about the Jays, my channel's gone. Who's really running America? That's what this is all that's pointing to. So when people say, oh, you're making it a race thing, no, it's not. It's deeper than this. We're talking about truth in history and more. We're talking about the America we want to see in 60 years from now, that our kids would be proud that we created for them. If you look at New York, that's not what I want America to be like. Now New Yorkers are regretting their decision of voting Mamdani. This is ridiculous. It's just insane. Insane, bro. It's so insane, man. Oh, all right. Let me go check these comments real quick. I know it's probably it's probably crazy. All right. Did the Caucasians create the word or redefine it? That's a whole nother conversation and a whole nother can of worms. And also, that's also speculation too. It's like, we think about that. It's like, yeah, we can just, like, these are things like let's say if I concede that, it still doesn't like win the argument. Like, even like, I'll even give you that. Like, let's just say I give you that. Even if I'm right, I'll say I'm wrong. It still doesn't move the needle in the argument to show like the bigger picture, like where we need to go and what's screwing everything up. I'm trying to simplify this as much as possible. White people created and built the USA. Yeah, I'll lean towards that. More than anything else, because if you think about this, you'll have like a construction company, right? You'll have a foreman, you'll have a blueprint and all this other stuff. Did black people have the blueprint? No. Were the black people the foremans? No. You can say that the construction worker build built America, but it's like they help, but without instruction and guidance, would we really have the skyline that we have in New York? Would we really have any of that stuff? Look at the next reference. Where's Wakanda at in Africa? Oh, that's fictition. That's just fiction. That's a fictional place. It doesn't exist. But if like this is what I'm about to go into like the weeds here, but if we think about this, it's like that's why I wouldn't say that black people built America. I would say they helped, right? But they weren't the architects of America. They weren't. Let's be honest. Black people didn't have a blueprint saying, you know what, the empire building 3x5. You know, they weren't doing that. Usually a white person probably doing that. To be honest with you, I'm just being honest. So Muzzies want to implement Sharia law everywhere. Yes, in New York, we're seeing that right now. I'm gonna put out a short that I have on this. I have a lot of shorts. If you guys ever check out my shorts, a lot of this I'm addressing a lot of these issues. But now it's like when I have the free reign right now to kind of address some of these things and kind of do a little. This would be called a gish gallop, right? But kind of ranting a little bit. But there's a lot I want to get off my chest sometimes. Sweet Tooth says I like UFC, but I dislike inbred Chechen. Chechen fan base are the worst in the comments. By the way, yeah, I more often likely would agree with you there. The Jays are the masters. The Muzzies are the futsalls. Yes. Damn. That's probably like one of the best ways to say this, by the way. That's accurate as hell. Matter of fact, combo comment right there. Yes, that's the best. That's a better way than I put it, but you get what I'm saying. You get me. Ken says some white people have ancestors who have fought and bled to free the slaves. No, I wouldn't say some. White people did free the slaves. Yes, fought alongside black people to free them. So it's like, how ungrateful are you if you're just going to be pissed off and say white people didn't do anything? It was Christianity that stopped slavery. Like, so when blacks say, well, Christian's a white man's religion, you mean the religion that stopped slavery? When you look nowadays, who's perpetuating slavery? It's not white people. Go to Africa. You can still buy a slave. You think I'm lying? Go look it up right now. You can literally go to the dark continent and buy a slave. Right now, I don't see whites in Germanic countries and doing all that with slavery. I don't see the public commercialization of slavery. But you go to Africa, it's like, yeah, just go buy one. Damn, it's like Craigslist over there. It's crazy, bro. Martae, you go against the status quo. Can't have that commie. Bro, I'm telling you, I get death threats on threads all the time, bro. To be honest, it sucks. I had my address sent to me last month. These people, they have no standards. They don't care about themselves. I think the person that sends me their address, I mean, it tells me you're tech savvy, but at the same time, it kind of reminds me and humbles me, lets me know how real this stupid is when it comes to it. But it's like, I have to keep fighting, man. It's like we're going to keep having to do this to move the needle in the cultural war. There's only me and Myron Gaines on this side to fight the black degeneracy that we have in the cultural war. So yeah. Majority of white people voted for a black man twice. Crazy, right? It's so crazy. But that's when race relations started breaking down when Obama was president. I bought into it. I voted for him the first time. I didn't, I was uneducated more so and naive. But I didn't vote for him the second time because, you know, when they say the first time's on you or the first time you could blame on somebody else, the second time's on you. I didn't vote for him twice. Because I slowly started wising up because I started breaking away from black cultural propagandization, which is normative. To be honest, if you look at it, 91% of black liberal women, well, mostly all of them, voted for Kamala Harris. That should tell you something. Like, I mean, I'm leaning more towards repealing the 19th more than anything else. And with that, some men shouldn't even vote either. If you don't have stake in the game, I don't know why you're voting. You know, if you there's a whole lot. That's a whole nother can of worms. They took all Kanye's assets. Yeah, they did. So there is something based you've said. Yeah, you can't make any comments towards the Jays because the moment you do, it's like, oh, you're not as American anymore because you're not doing what we're saying. They'll debank you, deplatform you, and do everything else. That's why I have to be very careful about how I articulate the things that I say. To be honest with you, it's a shame that my language is even policed, but I'm fighting black culture, fighting against black culture with the likes of Myron Gaines, people like that. That would be badass if we went on like a crusade together on different platforms and just fought for this. Me and Myron Gaines, that would be pretty badass. And I'm not doing this to like be buddy buddy with him, to be buddy buddy with Andrew Wilson or anybody else. Let's say that Andrew Wilson didn't exist. Let's say Myron Gaines didn't exist. I'm very passionate about this because it's for the love of black people that I want to see this stop and change. There should be nowhere on earth that people look at blacks and say they're less than human because I'm afraid to be around them. It's for the love of black people that I fight against this stupid culture that we should relinquish and say, you know what, that's shameful. We shouldn't be a part of this. The mere fact that I want to educate myself and speak better, somebody would say you're acting white. Well, how would that be bad? What you're doing is you're doing two things. You're denigrating white people and you're telling me that you don't want me to be more educated. You see what I just did there? Crabs in a bucket mentality. This is what I fight against. And if there's only, two black debaters, me and Myron Gaines fighting, and we're fighting against this culture because if a white person does this, they're going to be labeled a schnazi, a racist, all this other stuff, fascist for doing this. Call me a racist. Because what you're going to do is prove me right that black people can also be racist if that's the case. So you're going to have to concede in that argument on my side that I agree with and now you agree with, because a black man is now arguing you. This is what I'm saying. Anybody that supports me, you have to be a patriot because I'm for your right to speak and your right to have free speech. Black culture is against normatively black culture, the degenerate portion, not the minority that's good, that assimilates into American culture, wants to have a merit-based system and be productive American citizen, doesn't want to go ahead and promote the degenerate part, doesn't want to promote my content, right? I have people on my own side that fight against me and want to make me an enemy. And I'm busy out here in these YouTube streets fighting for their right to say anything against the black community without being called a fascist or racist or anything else. But I get attacked by them too. You know what? This is why I say, even if Andrew Wilson wasn't here, even if Myron Gaines weren't here or anybody else, I'd still be doing what I do. Because I'm not doing this to gain points with anybody. I'm doing this so that way my progeny, my future, my lineage can look back at an America and feel patriotic and proud about what they see around the environment around them. That's why I do this. So to be honest with you, it's least about color. It's mostly about culture. There just happens to be some overlap where it's like 13% has a color, but they're creating how much of the crime? It's like there's a little overlap there. But usually what I'm using that as is a reference to point towards something. That's it. Pizza Boy, what's up, man? In my opinion, worst cultures are the damn, man, these churches are bad. Yeah, I get it, man. For sure, man. Not speculation. If the word was before Caucasians, redefinition. That's a whole different conversation I'm not going to get into because what you're doing is, I mean, if we're going to get into that, that would be like a meta conversation, right? That would be a meta conversation. I'm here looking at the big picture. You're looking at the semantics. Well, it's red, but it's like magenta red. That is your conversation. I'm not interested in that because if you're talking about who created a certain word and all this other shit, like we have to think about this. Is like the bigger picture crime. Is this a society we want to live in? Like talking about the creation of a word, who's going to use this isn't going to move the goalpost when it comes to thinking about changing the bigger, when we talk about the framework of this conversation, the bigger picture for the kids 60 years from now, is this what they want to live in? Like if I was to even use that as a debate prompt, it would be a nothing burger, to be honest with you. I think that's like a speck in the, like a little fragment of a rock in the ocean when it comes to the big picture of like, can you walk out safe at night? Is my speech restricted? in America. Can I say something? Is there a double standard here that lies where people are dying over this? Like things like the bigger picture. When I'm looking at this, I'm not looking at the minutia. I'm looking at the big picture. To me, I care about that. So if there was only me existing in YouTube world, there was no Andrew Wilsons, no Rachel Wilsons, no Myron Gaines, or no Rob Noors, I would still be doing what I do right now, to be honest with you. Because I was on podcasts before I got out and did debates and started having these conversations well before that happened. So eventually it might have happened. It just probably would have happened later, maybe. They did help me get a boost. Andrew Wilson did help me. Rachel Wilson did help me. But even if they weren't present, I would still be doing this because eventually there would have been like a slow lead up and it would have eventually been in this like as a hobby, right? We need more Martae and Myron Gaines. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to toot my own horn. I think we need more of me. And the reason why we need more people like me and Myron Gaines is because we're fighting hordes by ourselves. So I don't want to go into Fatty's panel and be like, it's Martae against 6 people again. So you mean to tell me I'm going to be outnumbered again, which is typical. I'm going to be lambasted, which is typical. I'm going to be overtalked and muted again, which is typical. I'd like to have more of my brothers in the fight, more people from the black community jumping in the fight with me. You know, Officer Tatum, I don't count him at all because there's too much speculation for him being on the J side that if I even got a hint of that, why would I want to associate with that? Because I'm not a Zionist. I'm not a Zionist at all, bro. So if Officer Tatum is adjacent to this, plus he can't even get scripture right. All this is right. His theology's wrong. So it's like, no, there's gonna be contention. So it's like, and Myron Gaines is like Muslim, but he's not practicing. I'll tolerate him more because, for one, he's more talented, more educated when it comes to law enforcement than Officer Tatum. I'll say this, and then not to mention this, but he doesn't lead with the Muslim thing. Like, I don't lead with the Christian thing either. So it's like, we have a common goal, and Myron gets it. He gets it. He's not going to be like, well, according to Muslim law, the Hadith, I don't do that either. I don't say according to John 23 verse, like I don't do any of this stuff. I get straight to the heart of the matter. I say, can whites walk around Brooklyn at night and feel safe? I say things like this, things that even atheists, the normie person that reads a newspaper, if that even still exists, can look at this and be like, okay, Martae's making a shit ton of sense because the black community is bad. Black culture is bad. It's horrific right now. They're creating a prison state within my state. Now the USA is a mini prison. How is it not? It's the more liberal white women give blacks more of a victim card. They're making it worse. If you're a liberal white woman and you're choosing this and you're outwardly saying that this is my label, I'm liberal and I'm white and I'm woman, how do you not hate yourself? How do you not hate your European ancestry and culture? How am I wrong? Because liberal white women will utter things like men can use our restrooms. How's that not cultural hate towards even your gender? They'll say things like, oh, blacks are oppressed, so I must kiss their feet. How is this not self-hate? This is wild. Like, that's crazy. All right, let's get back to the comments real quick. People should really give white people some credit and stop hating them. Yeah, I agree. I think that should be the mainstay for sure. My son-in-law is black and very conservative. He is a great husband and father. Yes. We need more people like that, Red Door woman. More people like your son for sure. Sweet Tooth says, I drag out one of Fatty's people to a fair 1v1 debate on MDD or Word War debates. They like to hide behind Fatty's panel. Yeah, I want to. But you know what? Fatty's been blowing my DMs up. Matter of fact, hold on real quick. This isn't doxing if I do this, but I'll show you right now. When I say Fatty's been blowing up my DMs to try to get me on his panel, I'm not lying. Because, I mean, here's my thing though. I get it. If you want me to be on your panel, but it's like, bro, Fatty, blow my shit up, bro. Blowing me up, bro. Blowing me up. There's another link. Join this panel. Join that panel. Hey, join this one. There's another one. Join this one. Look, I got receipts. So it's like, we have to think about this right now. Like, I want to destroy Fatty, but I'm conflicted, right? The more I go to his panel, the more my value and the more the value of my content decreases. I can't lose any more brain cells. Like, I say that in jest, but I'm also serious as well too. Like, winning a debate against them is like winning a debate against Down syndrome people. To be honest, no knock against Down syndrome people, actually have an edge up when it comes to like just simple fundamental American values to some degree, right? Fatty's panel is ignorant. Like, when I say ignorant, you might tell them the truth and they'll warp it. And they'll tell you that the sky is red. No, it's actually really red. So just so you know, like, the reason why I'm kind of averse to getting on Fatty's panel, which I'm going to be debating Fatty soon at some point, is because there's some obstinance there that's ridiculous. They're stretching the limits of credulity, where if you tell them the truth, they refuse to buy it and they'll sell you a lie all day long. That's my experience on Fatty's panel, to be honest with you. It's crazy. I've never seen anything like it. It's just insane. But that's the black community in a nutshell, if we're really being honest here. And I'm being frank. Let's see. You are always outnumbered, Martae. Andrew is always... So I'll say, yeah, I know, bro. So I mean, I asked for it. We have to really think about this. This is what we're dealing with. I don't mind being outnumbered. I honestly don't, because here, let me tell you the secret. When you're outnumbered, it's not as unfair as you think it is. Remember the movie 300? And I'll give you a great example. You remember how Xerxes had to funnel their men through like a gap like this big? And they can only send one person at a time, and it made their men easier to kill. Well, if you're in a room or like a debate panel with a bunch of people and it's only me, only one person can talk at a time versus you. Because if two people are giving you arguments, you can't hear any of them and they can't hear what the other person's saying. So they have to push the reset button, and one person is forced to go one at a time. Thus, meaning that one person is going to have to get wrecked at a time. That is why I'm not afraid of doing outnumbered debates, because for you to debate me, you don't want your boy over talking you. You want to wreck me, but you want him to also dogpile me. But in order for you to dogpile, you have to step aside, because I'll say, I didn't hear what you said because he was over talking you. Can you say what you said again? Thus making them have to come at you one-on-one. This is the logic, and this always works against them, because if they think that they got you outnumbered, you guys are going to be in your own way, actually. So to me, I look at it as a neutral arena. If I'm 1 versus 7 people, it's always going to be one-on-one, because they can't overtalk each other. They can't interrupt each other, because they're going to be opposition amongst themselves. This is how they hang themselves. I see it this way. I mean, that's my perception. So that's why I'm not afraid of doing like the 7-on-1, the ambush debates and all this. Because in order for you to get your word across, you have to be heard. And in order for you to be heard, you don't want your boy interrupting you because he's in your way, right? A fight is different, because 2 people can be beating you up at the same time. But as far as a conversation, if I can't hear you, the conversation can't move forward. Thereby, one-on-one has to be one-on-one. That's why I'm not afraid. Hopefully that makes sense. Like, that's why if Andrew does a debate and he's like 1 versus 7, he's gonna wreck them one at a time, just like I want to wreck them one at a time. It's the same thing. Yeah. Ignorant. Yes, ignorant. That's what they are, ignorant, when it comes to this. But ignorant, I'll just say it like that, because yeah, look at how easy assimilation is. Hopefully one day the black community can learn how to assimilate just like that. So we'll see. Just crazy, man. It says, Ken says, outnumbered and outgunned. Andrew says that's why his TikTok invasion is so entertaining. Yeah, the TikTok, that's an interesting one, because you will have people over talking you. And the reason why I don't like TikTok, Andrew might like doing TikToks, but I don't like doing TikToks. I don't like getting kicked and muted and doing all this. Like, I might think it's funny, but I also don't, I also haven't figured out how to like be tech savvy enough to like use the tech equipment to like mirror TikTok onto like StreamYard and stuff like that. I don't know how to do any of that stuff. What I've done in the past is like recorded the debates on TikTok and then uploaded it to YouTube. It would be cool if I could do TikTok debates live, but they know how to do all that. That's like, I'm a boomer. I don't know how to do any of this stuff. But anyways, unless you guys have any questions, comments, or criticisms, hopefully you guys enjoy this kind of thorough rant and explanation and the overview of the Carmelo Anthony thing, which I have strong opinions on, obviously. And when it comes to Black culture, I can speak at length about this. So when Fatty wants to come to me and Goat, whatever his crazy name is on the panel, wants to come at me, I welcome it. This is what we do. We can't back down from them. We can't give them any space to fight. We have to choke them out when it comes to the rhetoric, when it comes to the arguments, when it comes to the entailment leading if A then B, all this, because we have a better position than they ever will. And for one, like, I have Christ on my side. And when I say Christ on my side, well, obviously I have a Christian ethical system. All of that supports all my arguments. And if it doesn't, anybody can correct me. I'm humble enough to accept the criticism, the comments, and the complaints that come with that. That's fine, because I'm ever adapting. I'm not perfect. I still think I'm a D-level debater, but I will want to go out there and crush more people. You guys are going to see this. I have some debates coming up. I have a debate with Jake Barr coming up, and that's an outnumbered debate against anti-Trump supporters. We're going to be outnumbered. And then I have a debate with Steelborn against evangelical atheists. Yes, people that want to tell you that Christianity is harmful and you should detach from it. Weird, right? And then I have word war debate coming up right now. I don't know who's going to win the next bracket, but I'm up next. I basically demolished the guy the first round, so I'm waiting on the next round that I have. But yes, I'll give you guys more updates. But next woke autopsy is with me and Cool Vic. That's going to be a good episode as well too. We have an interesting guest the week after next. I'll say that. It's going to be kind of controversial. But this next guest is going to be, well, we have two guests. And this is going to be a banger of an episode for Woke Autopsy. You guys are going to love it. All right, let's go look it up. Let's go look at these last two comments, especially if debating Dean or Park. Those guys are wimps. I don't think they want to do a one-on-one. It's weird. I was on Threads. Let me tell you this before I leave. I was on Threads and somebody had kept tagging Dean and Parker. I DM'd them specifically. They leave me on scene. It's like, bro, I know you guys don't run from debates, but this looks like you guys are running. Like, you'll leave me on scene unless that's somebody else that handles your account. And then I have tons of people that tag them. Like, they'll put at Dean or at Parker, whatever this is. And my post that I put, I never get a response from these guys. So trust me, if it's not for lack of trying, bro. Like, just letting you know, I've been hunting and looking. Like, it's for somebody. It's going to be a challenge and debate for sure. Ken says you need your own Mr. E. Laugh my ass. A tech savvy Canadian. Yeah, I know, man. The Canadian part is troubling, by the way. Canada has this like I think it's a liberal stigma that comes with that. This is like universally known, like the whole liberalism in Canada thing, or like there's so much overlap there. It's like, maybe I need a patriot, an American patriot version of Mr. E. I'll take that every day, man. But anyways, white, black, Mexican, Haitian, whatever. I don't care who you are. If you're fucking men, I don't trust you. Take with that what you will. But anyways, Godspeed, and I'll talk to you guys later, and Christ is God. Salute.